of Leake. She has attended West Lauderdale for 6 years. Lainey enjoys playing volleyball, singing, riding horses, and shopping. She believes to be a knight, you must be strong, determined, dependable, honest, and brave. Lainey most admires Jesus because he gave his life for her, and her sister because she sets a good example for Lainey. Jace is the son of Jason and Christy Wright of Collinsville. He's been a West Lauderdale Knight for 5 years and is a member of Fellowship Baptist Church. Jace plays travel ball with the 11 under Bombers and also enjoys football and golf. In his spare time, he likes riding his bike, hoverboard, and his four-wheeler. When asked what does it mean to be a Knight, Jace says a Knight is brave.
It's the Lauderdale Knight Football Connection. Q101. The countdown to kickoff starts now with the All-Star Team Sports Coaches Show. Here's play-by-play announcer Lee Taylor with Knight head coach Brock Clay on Q101.
All right, again, we've got our Coaches Show being brought to you by All-Star Team Sports, locally owned and supports all your area high schools. Your source for sporting goods, custom apparel, awards, and so much more. It's good to have one of these Coaches Shows. Congratulations, Coach. 39-16 victory over the Philadelphia Tornadoes last week.
Thank you, Lee. As we say all the time, it's great to get a win. I'm very proud of this one, the way that it took place. Really felt like it was one of the most West Lauderdale wins we've had in a long time, and I'm sure we'll get into me explaining some of that as we get further along.
Coach, let's turn our attention to number 6, Travion Mosley. This kid is just a sophomore. Had a good year last year. Hasn't had a bad year during the first 4 games, but did he show what he is actually capable of during last week's ball game?
He kind of struggled with the fits and stuff right off early on, and then it kind of just ended up working out. He got the feeling where it was, and the holes were there. They were there in the beginning. We were just kind of not hitting it exactly the way we were. Once we started hitting it, he ended up having a fabulous night, as did all. I felt like everybody running the ball did.
Coach, you came out with a few different personnel during last week's game. Kendall Gaddy, your center, was an H-back. New center, Malachi Thompson. Talk to us about those moves, and was it maybe a shot in the arm, so to speak, in the outcome of that game?
Well, Kendall, he moved to center 2 years ago, last year from H. So we were having some issues with the fits. Not necessarily anything was wrong. It just wasn't fitting exactly the way that we needed it to fit. So we made that move. Malachi, I think, is a little stronger than Kendall at that position as far as strength-wise. And then Kendall gave us the extra fits on the outside and did a really, really good job. I think that was the big key to making everything work Friday night was Kendall at the H. And that was what I was talking about earlier with the way things started to open and not seeing the holes when they were first there in the very beginning of the game. But, they both did a fabulous job. It was definitely a big boost for our offense. I think you saw some 2 tight ends and an H set in there a lot of times with Max Dixon, Sam Watson, and Kendall all in there at the same time. And that's a little bit more of who our personality is and who we are.
Smash mouth football, right?
That's it.
Coach, before we move off to the defense, I do want to discuss this offensive formation that you guys have been running over the last couple of weeks, sporadically, I guess you could say. Almost like a swinging gate to me. Talk to us, what exactly would that be?
Well, I guess a version of the swinging gate would be accurate. It's something that Coach Knox and I found and during the off-season, and we drew it on the board in my classroom, and we said we're going to come back to this, and it's really good. There's a lot of things that we can do out of it. I don't know if you can call it a complete swinging gate because it's really more of a split line is what you would call it. That's the way I described it to the officials before the game, is this actual split line. A version of that is we saw against Louisville. Louisville ran a couple years ago when we defeated them here for the district championship. The difference is they didn't have enough linemen on the field, and we do.
So talk to us about the personnel, left side, right side. Just to kind of explain it for those that may not have seen it.
Well, I mean, it's our left guard, left center, and our left guard, left tackle, and tight end, or a wide receiver over to the left side with the running back. On the other side of the football field, you got the center, the guard, the tackle, a tight end, quarterback, and another wide receiver. So it's kind of an empty set, I guess you would call it. but there's a lot of things we can do out of it, a lot of different variables we've got.
And I'm definitely not going to ask you to list all those things you can do. Don't want to give anything away. But, Coach, your defense might have just had their best game of the season last week against a very fast offense. It would be easy to hang your head after giving up 35 points a few weeks ago and then 47 points during the previous week. But this defense came to play last week. Talk about the progression over the first half of the season.
Very proud of the defense, but I think to answer that question, I'm going to go back to what I started with in the initial part of the interview. I said this was the most West Lauderdale football game that we've played in a long time, and I'm saying even in several years. And what I mean by that is, okay, we took the ball right off the bat, 8 minutes tick off, and we stick the thing in the end zone. Now, when you're playing teams such as Philadelphia, such as Leake, that we're going to play tonight, Taylorsville next week, you get, and what I'm referring to, these teams very athletic. You're going to have a lot of guys going both ways in these games. Most of the way throughout district, we'll see the same thing. Linemen going both ways. That's one of the things that we've been successful with, is wearing those kids down. You say, well, Coach, the defense played great. Yes, the defense did play great. The biggest thing that happened was, like I said, the offense takes the ball out there. We drive the football down the field. 8 minutes tick off. Those guys are spent. There wasn't no time to get water. There wasn't no time to get rest. Come back out. 2 plays later, what happened? You see a turnover. Now, that same kid that was on the football was on the field for every snap of the previous drive. So, that's what I'm saying the West Lauderdale way. We wore folks down, and I think you and everybody that was in attendance or saw the game, you could tell the longer the game went, the more control we had of the game, and that's what West Lauderdale football is, and I'm very proud of all the kids of that. But the defense did play by far the best football game we played this year. A lot of people running the football. Still got some issues in our pass defense in areas, but we've worked on that this week. But very proud of our team and our kids.
Coach, tonight it's homecoming for the Knights, and as I said during the broadcast last week, each year I make a statement that this week is usually a coach's worst nightmare, but each year also your response is pretty much the same. But I'm going to ask you anyway, how has this week been?
Huh?
It does not exist, right?
It does not exist to me. That's the way I try. We talked to the kids a couple days ago even about, okay, I understand going out and having fun, but I even polled the kids and asked the kids, I said, okay, so with no punishment involved whatsoever, how many of you have been out later than what you normally would be? And 6 or 8 of them raised their hand. I said, well, that's why we practice tired. We looked like we were tired. Now, which route are you going to go? Are you going to take the necessities and go through the process of getting yourself ready to play and put yourself in a position to win one of those district championships as we've done the last few years? Or are you going to take it and honestly be selfish with it and sacrifice what we can accomplish for just a few minutes of fun? But the polling part of it, what I found kind of amusing, nobody had as much fun as they thought they were going to have before they went out. So, I think that's the key part. And, I'm sure they've been out and enjoying the homecoming festivities. But at the end of the day, if we don't play this thing tonight, there is no homecoming. And if we don't come out successful, it makes homecoming very sour.
Coach, you brought it up. Division play for the Knights begins tonight against the 1-4 Leake Central Gators. Before we talk about the Gators, though, division play for the Knights has just been just shy of perfect since you became head coach. 30 wins to 4 losses. Wow.
Yeah, I think 3 of those losses were Louisville, and one of them was Mendenhall. So I am very.
You don't sound bitter at all.
I'm very familiar with those losses. That's one thing that we've been very blessed with, the kids buying into winning those district championships. And, those things aren't easy to come by. And if you look across the state, this program has been blessed with district championships over the last decade or so. As a matter of fact, during that time, there's only 2 schools that have won more district championships than we have in 4A. So, actually, one school we're tied with the other school. But very blessed to be sitting in that aspect, and I think that's big for the community. I think it's big for the school, and it's something that we are very proud of around here. We hadn't got to the big one yet, but we sure do enjoy those little ones on the way.
Coach, with so few teams in the divisions now, that makes getting the first win in the first week of division play so important, correct?
Oh, absolutely. You always want to start the thing on top and not have to climb from the bottom. But with the new districts the way they are, and getting in the driver's seat is very important, especially with not necessarily not knowing, but the fact that you've got non-district ball games sprinkled in throughout the district. So it is very important. It's even more important than in the past because you don't necessarily get to redeem yourself the next week in it. You kind of have to wait to see what everybody else does before you play again if you have that bye week and or off week through district play.
Coach, Leake Central gave us fits last year. I believe they still have the quarterback that put up about 250 yards in the air against us last year. What have you been able to see from the great Gators so far this year?
Well, I mean, that you asked that question, and I really don't know what to expect tonight. And what I'm saying by that is, okay, so one film, they come out and they ran the football as they did last year in the first half, and just like I talked about us being positive last week against Philadelphia, that's what they did against us. They kept the football for, I think, 6 minutes on the opening drive last year. Didn't come away with any points, but they kept the ball. So then, consequently, a team, when they do get the ball, well, you feel rushed and you feel like you have to go ahead and catch up at this point, whether you're behind or not. It's just the fact that clock is ticking away. So if you're not in control of that clock, it makes it difficult. And that's one of the things they started with last year. And like I said, they did that with Scott Central. They ran the football, got in the power set and ran the H and power kick and just kept the football. And then they come out against Velma Jackson last week, and it's basically what we saw in the second half against us was full air raid. They've got the cats and the dudes to do it on both sides, both ways. It's just which one do you prepare for most. So hopefully we prepare enough for both of them.
Coach, the Knights are 9-2 over the Gators and have won the last 6 ball games against the Leake Central Gators. Tell us some keys to make that 7 in a row.
Funny thing is, Lee, and we talk about this all the time, but we played junior high over at Union Monday night. I was talking to Coach Wren, and who used to be here with us, and Coach Wren was referring to.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place: All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports. 1124th Avenue in Meridian.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs.
School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature Spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale Spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters.
Personally did, man, were they just kind of there the whole night.
Mm-hmm. 47-31 victory last year. But once again, district play. Once you get into district play, though, it's not. I wasn't going to go here, but it's the more you play specific teams in a district, the more they become like a West Lauderdale and Northeast, or West Lauderdale and Clarkdale, or West Lauderdale and Southeast. It's one of those. You're playing each other in the different sports. It's a very competitive game, and it's not necessarily records. It's just the mentality of, we really want to beat you guys. Tell us about the history of West Lauderdale and Leake Central.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to talk about, Lee. I mean, we've played them 11 times over the last, I guess over the last 11 years. Didn't play them before 2013, but have played them every year since then. West Lauderdale owning them by law. I mean, it's 9-2 over the last 11 years. So, it's been pretty heavy West Lauderdale sided when it comes to victories, but it's one that kind of like what you were talking about, Lee. The more you play a team, even though you can't call them a cross-county rival or think about Newton County. While they're in a different county, they're right there beside us. It's a team that you become more and more familiar with. You become familiar with the coaching staff. You become familiar with the tendencies. And that's why even if you look at it on paper and you think, okay, it should be pretty one-sided with West Lauderdale, because of the familiarity of it, sometimes it doesn't quite play out like that.
That's right. Of course, we're once again just moments away from getting the district kicked off. Our pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source. I'd like to thank John Dufour and the fine folks there at Battery One Source. I got to tell you a little story about Battery One Source. First of all, we're going to pause real quick for the national anthem. It is national anthem time as we listen to the Mighty Knight Marching Band bring us that honor. Again for the Mighty Knight Marching Band as they bring us the national anthem. But talking about West Lauderdale, Leake Central. What were we talking about before we went to the
John Dufour.
Yeah, Battery One Source. Oh, I was going to tell you a quick story about John Dufour and Battery One Source. This past week, I got in my truck and pressed the button, nothing.
Ooh, you got a button stand.
Yep, and got truck jumped off, and they did all the tests and everything, and make sure that it was definitely the battery, and sure enough it was. So they did me right. So if you ever have any battery issues, make sure you get by there, John Dufour and Battery One Source. They'll definitely help you.
Tell them Lee sent you, and Lee's going to cover all of the costs for it.
They'll probably add a few dollars.
I thought you were reaching to mute my mic.
We're going to take a quick break, come back with the starters. Once again, this is your pregame show. Looking forward to a great district action in just a few short minutes. Pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source. We'll be back with more here on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent, Will Sweat, at 601-482-2385. Or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
Influence is a powerful thing. It's defined as the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone else. John Maxwell has said that everyone has some level of influence, and he goes on to explain that, according to sociologists, even the most introverted person will influence over 10,000 people in his or her lifetime. This means that no one is excluded from having an impact, and we're often influencing people even when we don't realize it. In 1 Corinthians 11:1, the Apostle Paul wrote, "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." What a bold statement. It takes extreme confidence to tell someone to follow your example because you're following the example set by Jesus. To say something so bold, Paul had to ensure that he was living a life worthy of being imitated. Paul knew the power of influence and the measure of influence that he had over those who were following him. He wanted to make sure that whoever followed his example was led closer to Jesus. Be reminded today that we all have a measure of influence in our lives. Every day, through our words and through our actions, we're setting an example for others to follow. What kind of example are you setting? And is it leading others closer to Christ? If we want to lead others closer to Jesus, we must make sure that we're following him wholeheartedly ourselves.
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101. WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. We are Q101. And on Friday nights, we turn into your West Lauderdale Knights football connection. Interception, West Lauderdale. Now, let's send it back to the field with Lee and Clint on your hit music connection. Q101.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom as we're moments away from kicking everything off for district play. Region 4 4A action as captains are about to go to midfield, or actually on their way to midfield. As here are your starting rosters for both teams, the West Lauderdale Knights as well as the Leake Central Gators. We'll start off on offense for the Leake Central Gators. Todd Edmond, number 2. That's the quarterback that threw for nearly 250 yards against the Knights last year. Have to definitely contain him. Number 1, Israel Ross is your setback tonight. Number 9, Tillin Fortune. Number 5, I'm going to try my best on this one. Bonte Williamson. We'll just call him Mr. Williamson for the remainder of the night. Wide receiver, those two are wide receivers. Also, the other set of wide receivers, number 14, Richard Harris, and number 6, Daryl McClinton. Your offensive line for the Leake Central Gators. Number 53, center, Diego Hernandez. Your guards, 52, Kenji Holloway and Isaiah Teague. And your tackles, number 73, Darian Primer and Michael Landis. Defense for the Leake Central Gators. Defensive line goes like this. Number 3, Rashard Bell. Number 54, Javion Lee. Number 94, Adrian Tate. 11, Curtis Jordan. And number 13, Arian Gray. Linebackers, 17, Justin Triplett. 18, Raheem Burks. Your backs for the Leake Central Gators defense. Number 7, Dorian Hutchins. Number 8, Carius Roby. Number 21, Jasol Harris. And number 22, Nehemiah Jones. That is your starters for the offense and defense for the Leake Central Gators. Clint, what do we have for the coin toss tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Your captains, we'll go with Leake Central captains. They're going to be number 52, Kenji Holloway. Number 2, quarterback Todd Edmond. Number 50, defensive lineman Jeremiah Dodd. And number 17, Justin Triplett. For West Lauderdale, the captains were number 68, Aiden Greenlee. Number 45, Sam Wansley. Number 7, Caden Peoples. Number 16, CJ Gathings. The Leake Central Gators did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, and so they'll be kicking off to start the game. West Lauderdale will be receiving, going on offense to begin the game here in just a couple moments.
And if you were listening to the coaches show, I think that's something that the Knights want to do, and that's do what they did last week and just wear out their opponent, maybe go for another 7-8 minute drive and just wear down their opponent the way they did. And here come the West Lauderdale Knights, and since they are going on offense, here are your offensive starters. We'll start out with the offensive line. Number 73, Malachi Thompson is your center. Guards, number 51, Bryson Alford, and number 62, Ray Spence. Tackles, number 61, Wyatt Spence, and 68, Aiden Greenlee. Number 45 is your tight end, Sam Wansley. H-back is number 23, Kendall Gaddy. Wide receivers, number 4, Ashton Radcliffe, and number 5, Chase Gathings. And number 6 is your setbacks, Travion Mosley. And then, of course, your quarterback, Caden Peoples, number 7. Defense for the Knights. Defensive line, number 76, Sean Cole. Number 63, Michael Carroll. Are your defensive linemen, our defensive tackles, Ross Clearman and Caleb Clayton getting the start tonight on the defensive ends. Javion Wilson, number 33. Number 8, Cody Pickford. Number 12, Jack Davidson are your guys manning the middle of the field. Defensive backs for the Knights, number 15, Cameron Vaughn. Number 16, C.J. Gathings. 17, Cooper Lafferty. And 19, Ben Cockrell. Kicker tonight is Zane Wood, number 41. You got to wonder about your holder tonight as well as on defense. Cameron Vaughn is sporting a cast on his hand or his arm tonight. So you have to see how that affects defense. It's probably not going to affect you as much as it would be on offense, but Cameron Vaughn sporting the cast tonight, so you have to see how that affects him tonight. Here we go as we wrap up the pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source. District play is underway.
That's number 3, Richard Bell, kicking the ball off.
They come down to the Gators. 10-yard line, up to the 15, up to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, outside the numbers, to the 45, 35, 40, 41, maybe even 42-yard line. That was a great run back. Was that Travion? That was Travion Mosley, who had an outstanding football game in last week's action.
Absolutely, taking the ball right there at the 10-yard line, able to get out. I believe they're going to mark it beyond the 40, the 41-yard line. Good call on that, Lee. So great opening field position just on your side of the 50. Couldn't have asked for a better job by your kick return team here to start the game.
KP in shotgun does have Travion to his left, calling over. The ball is on the ground, and Leake Central will take over at the 30-yard line before being brought down. That was trouble from the get-go. Just never found the hands of Travion Mosley.
Yeah, Caden Peoples, they're actually on the tackle there, but yeah, they're going to Leake Central going to take over after one offensive play by the Knights on the West Lauderdale 30-yard line. So as much as we were praising the field position for the Knights to start with, the Gators said, hey, anything you can do, I can do better.
Right.
As they take over 1st and 10 on the Knight 30-yard line.
Moving left to right, the Knights giving up the football on the first play of the football game as far as offensive play. The Leake Central Gators will have 3 receivers to this near side, 1 receiver to the far side. They are led by Todd Edmond. Number 2 is the quarterback. He'll have Israel Ross to his left side. He'll hand it to Ross, come to this near side, tries to find a lane. He does find one up to down into about the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, just an outside sweep, bringing it to the near side, to our side. Able to cut outside of the lineman, inside of the defensive backs are being blocked, and able to pick up good solid yardage. 2nd down and 6 here for the Gators.
Once again, Gators moving left to right. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to this near side. Todd Edmond walks up to the line, mark out the signals. Does have Israel Ross to his left. Looks like the Knights are threatening blitz here, but Todd Edmond will take it himself, go out to that far side. Still looking for some running room, does not find any. So to bring up another, bring up 3rd down and 6, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're just going to mark him down for no gain. But, yeah, he just kept stretching it out, trying to find a gap. And great pursuit there on the outside by the Knights.
You almost wondered if he was looking for somebody downfield the way he was just gingerly going across there trying to find something.
Honestly, I think it was the design to run. I think he was just trying to find an opening, and the Knights shut it down. So 3rd down and 6 here for the Knights on the for the Gators on the 26-yard line.
3rd down and 6, looking for a receiver. Quarterback running, being flush in the pocket, and he is hit, I believe, prior to the chains. He's going to be out of bounds, maybe 2 yards prior to those that 1st down marker. So 4th down and 2. Definitely think if you're Coach Bryant Thomas, then you're going for it here.
Yeah, offense never even hinted they were going to come off the field here.
4th down and 2. Same formation for the Gators. 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Once again, Knights.
So
had the
hard count there by the Gators, trying to draw them off sides on that 4th and 2. Great discipline by the Knights to stay on their own side of the ball, and the Gators taking the timeout here to think about it.
If you're just now joining us, West Lauderdale started things off on offense. First play from scrimmage, they coughed up the football, and Leake Central was basically given great field position at the Knight 30-yard line. They faced 4th down and 2, and we were watching the field goal kicker here.
They are well within his
Right.
range.
Mhm.
During pregame, during warm-ups, he was hitting them from 37, 40-yarders with a fair amount of ease. So while you're within his range, it looks like they are going to stay on offense here.
So 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. It's a heavy line, and then not the starting quarterback there. It's number 9 actually in the football game for that's Tillin Fortune. Maybe a wildcat there. He does get a 1st down for Leake Central inside the 20, all the way down to about the 16-yard line, 17-yard line.
Yeah, he needed 2, and he picked up 5, so not even close. He, good strong run there to pick up the 1st down on the 4th and 2.
I didn't think that looked like a number 2 back there calling the play, and that's number 9, Tillin Fortune. I think we had an argument how to pronounce his name last year. Handoff comes off to this near side. That's Israel Ross. He's down to the 15. Should be coming back.
Yeah, you and I both saw the hold there.
Going to get into the end zone initially, but there's a flag thrown at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be coming back. We're waiting on the official signal, but he is going to be called for a hold there. And everybody knows it. They're no celebration. They're walking it back already.
Holding against Leake Central will be marked off from the 20.
So that's going to, that's a tough penalty there, Lee. Although it was one that, and you and I saw it. I think they're going to mark it off from the 17.
Okay.
16, I believe, actually. But either way, you and I saw it, and it was one of those penalties that, yes, it does take a score off of the board, but I'm not sure he gets the end without that hold. One of the defensive players for the Knights had a bead on the running back. But either way, that's going to reset the down. It's going to bring out 1st down, and I guess 1st down and 20, right, Lee?
It's closer to about 19 yards. And with that flag just a few moments ago, sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Actually, now they do move the 1st down marker back, so it is 1st down and 20 now. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Todd Edmond rolling out to his left, looking for receiver.
Plenty of time. Tom running out now.
He's coming back to this near side, got open running room. He's down to the 25, to the 20, 15, and out of bounds. And there's going to be I'm not so sure on that one, but the Knights will get flagged for late hit out of bounds. But I'm not.
I think technically he was out, but it wasn't by much. I mean, I've seen more egregious hits out of bounds than that not be called, and so I don't know if we got a quota, we got to meet on the flags or what. But
the penalty sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Initially, it would be 2nd down and approximately 5, but with the penalty, that will definitely give the Leake Central Gators a 1st down. 1st down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. 1st down and goal from 6-yard line, from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage downfield on that pass, or what would have been a pass play. Quarterback had plenty of time to throw it, couldn't find anybody open, ended up having to scramble.
And that's Tillin Fortune. That's going to be against, flag comes out, going to be against the Leake Central Gators. But Tillin Fortune, once again, is the quarterback there.
Yeah, and your running back lead, that was Israel Ross. In that play was meant to be a lead blocker. That was going to be a designed quarterback runner. He just got a little bit of a head start there to try to block for his running quarterback.
I believe that's 3 straight plays with penalties.
Yeah, we've had a holding, we've had a personal foul, and then we've got a false start.
Put the football back on the 10-yard line, so first and goal from the 10.
I was kind of joking about that quota quip, but I don't know.
9:22 remains here in the first quarter. No score, but Leake Central threatening here. Tillin Fortune, your quarterback, he'll take it himself, comes to this near side. He is going to be walking into the end zone for a Leake Central Gator touchdown to put 6 on the board. Once again, they go back to the first play of the game for the Knights. Knights put the ball on the ground, and Leake Central took that gift and put something on the board with it. 6 points.
That play was misdirection from the snap. Running back, your lineman, everybody blocking like your quarterback was going to run to the left. The defense followed him, and he basically had an open track there to the right, went against the grain as they get set up for the extra point. Is that 31 doing the kicking lead?
31 is Darby Lopez. Holder is the quarterback. Kick is up and looks good from here, and it is. 9:16 remains here in the first quarter. Leake Central 7, West Lauderdale 0. We'll be back on Q101.
We'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
You're listening to West Lauderdale Night Football.
West Lauderdale cheerleaders. We love you 101.
A 10-yard touchdown by Tillin Fortune puts the Leake Central Gators on top to begin tonight's action. 7-0. Extra point, of course, was good. 9:16 remains here in the first quarter. Got to put that one away from you and tie it up, right?
Absolutely. Just, again, you ran one play on offense last drive, but there's your kickoff. Again, got to be fielded right at the 10-yard line.
Up to the 20, 25, 30. Comes back to this near sideline to the 35, 36-yard line. A couple of nice run backs for Travion Mosley. The previous run back, he got about 5 yards more on that. But when you're picking the ball up at the 10, if you can get up to the 30, 35, 40, that's doing something.
Absolutely, and now, your offense coming back on the field to run the second play of the night on the offensive side. Hoping to match what we just saw on the offensive side from the Gators.
One receiver to the far side. Heavy line for the Knights. Handoff to Travion. Travion to the 40, 45, midfield, 45-40, 35-30, taken down inside the 30 to about the 26, 27-yard line. Travion continues from last week in that monstrous game he had last week. Put on a great show right there.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line there between guard and tackle to open up the hole. Great job by Mosley to identify it, and then just to turn on the boosters to be able to outrun everybody deep into the Gator territory.
So the Knights threatening here, just in one play. Going to have the same formation, one receiver far wide right. That's Gathings. And it'd be a quarterback keeper to the 20. That's KP to the 15, to the 10, 5, and touchdown, West Lauderdale.
That was quick.
27-yard touchdown run by KP, Caden Peoples.
When we talked about needing to be able to match what we just saw, and KP, great job there, again, to be able to identify the open hole, find it, get in the end zone, and being an extra point away from tying the game here with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Zane Wood waiting on the snap. There is a snap. Hold is down, but there is a flag, encroachment against the defense. So if you're the coaches there, what do you do, Clint?
Well, Well, I think we're about to find out.
Let me go ahead.
They are going to decline it, so they're going to take the extra point.
First of all, I want to thank All-Star Team Sports for the first downs that we just saw, and then that penalty there. Thank you to Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. I believe they're putting them back out there.
Oh, I thought they. Yep. So they are going to accept the penalty. So that ball will be moved from the 2.5 to probably right at the 1 yard line.
I think they're going to put the offense back on the field.
They're going to go for 2. And basically, they are telling their offensive line, telling their offense, dude, give us a yard.
Yeah.
You know, we've had runs of right at about 40 and then a 27-yard touchdown run. All we want is 1 yard at this point.
So take that 1 point off. It is a 7-6 ball game now with 8:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Leake Central scored on a 10-yard scramble from Tillin Fortune, number 9. Knights will play away from going on top. Pistol formation for the Knights. KP will have a handoff to Travion. Travion goes off to that right side. He could walk in for the 2-point conversion, and the Knights go on top by 1. 8-7 is the score. We'll be back on Q101.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Now more play-by-play of West Lauderdale football with Lee Taylor on Q101.
27-yard touchdown run by KP. The 2-point conversion by Travion Mosley puts the Knights on top by a score of 8-7. Zane Wood about to put toe to leather. I believe Tillin Fortune, who scored the touchdown for Leake Central, is deep down the middle. Number 1, Israel Ross is to that far side, and he will actually take, no, number 5 will come across and take it himself for the.
I guess he called him a fair catch, huh?
That's, I'm going to just say Mr. Williamson. But you don't normally see that, somebody going backwards to take the football from a deep back, do you?
Yeah, either way, it was one dead at the catch, so they're going to take over first and 10 around 23-yard line. A little worse starting field position as opposed to the
9:30.
Yeah,
right.
the 30.
So Leake Central, once again, if you're just now joining us, scored first in tonight's action. The Knights coughed up the football in their first offensive play, and Leake Central would put the first points on the board on a 10-yard touchdown run. Looking to pass is the quarterback. Quarterback goes far deep down that sideline and hits one of our defenders in the helmet.
Yeah, the defensive back is running stride for stride with the wide receiver there, and pass came up a little bit short and just kind of bounced off the back, off the helmet, something.
Todd Edmond.
Got a little bit of a cannon on him. That was.
Well, he showed out last year against the Knights down over there in Leake Central.
Yeah, that was 30 yards in the air. But either way, falls harmlessly incomplete. Bring up second down and 10 on the 23-yard line, on their own 23-yard line for the Gators here on their second drive of the night.
About joining us, Leake Central wearing their black helmet with the orange logo, white jersey, and black pants. Moving left to right. And the ball off. I believe that was Israel Ross with the handoff. Nothing there.
Yeah, he came close to losing a half-yard or so, but they're going to mark him down right back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 there on the 27-yard line for the Gators. Again, went for it on 4th down last drive, but it was 4th and 2 on the opponent, 20-ish yard line, something like that.
Knights defense. Wearing black helmets, black jerseys, and white pants. I don't see that black jersey and white pants combo too often. Kind of like it. There's the snap. Quarterback looking. Todd Edmond. Got a connection there, and first down is made to the 40. Outside the 40 to about the 41-yard line. And Didn't get a number on that. It's all the way to that far side. Was that number 5?
I couldn't quite tell, but I do know that was about a 15-yard stop-and-go route. What I mean by that is going full speed for about 15 yards, comes to a complete stop, turns around, waiting on the football there. And, yeah, that's a tough one to defend if you're a defensive back.
I believe that was number 9, Tillin Fortune.
Okay.
3 receivers this near side. Tillin's on the far side as the lone receiver. First down being brought to you by All-Star Team Sports. Hands off to Israel Ross. Ross gets hit at the line of scrimmage. May have inched forward just a tad bit, but not much. We'll see. We'll keep it here at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him right there on the 40-yard line, Lee. So great job by the defense there to pursue, not to give up anything at all. And yeah, great job there. They gave up some ground on the run the first drive, so they're really buckling down here and not letting them impact them at all on the ground here in the second drive.
2nd down and 10, moving left to right. Todd Edmonds, shotgun formation, low snap, hands off to quarterback keeper. Quarterback keeper going to be down to the 46-yard line before he is tackled. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Kind of surprised that they haven't kind of tested number 15, our DB over here that's wearing the cast, Cameron Vaughn. You see something like that, you got to wonder how's his tackling ability going to be with that cast. But so far, Cameron's done a good job in coverage. Looking to pass his quarterback, 3rd down and 4, being flushed in the pocket. And Todd trying to bark out the signal and makes a connection at the 40 before being hit hard. And that is number 17 for the Knights, Cooper Lafferty. But that is another first down as Leake Central enters into Knights territory for the first time themselves.
Yeah.
To the 41-yard line.
That was a really nice touch pass there by your quarterback, number 2, Todd Edmond, having to get it over a defensive back. So just kind of a finesse pass.
Right.
It didn't launch it in. Just a good way to find his open guy.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to this near side. His lone side receiver is number 14, Richard Harris. Todd Edmonds, shotgun formation, does have Israel Ross to his right side. And handoff to Ross, goes off to that far side. And he is still on his feet inside the 35 to about the 34, maybe even to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think you're right, Lee. They are going to mark him right there on the 33 to bring up 2nd down and 3. After a good stretch run there off to the far side, off the left side of your offensive line, just kept stretching it out, eventually able to outrun the pursuit and get some good solid yardage.
As of now, the Knights defense has had some struggles to contain this Leake Central offense, and we talked about that during the coaches show. They just don't know what to expect because they run out of so many different things. Here's a little swing out pass, number 6. Got a first down, but that's about as much as you got, about 6-yard gain there. Second, it's going to bring up 1st down and 10 from the 28-yard line, moving closer to into Knight territory. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
I mean, and you look at this team, their record, I mean, even the scoring, I mean, they've had one game under 20 points. They put up points, whether they win or lose. So the offense, it's never really been an issue for them, as we're seeing tonight.
Double receivers set on each side of the field for Edmond. And handoff to Ross goes near the 20-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 7-8 yards.
The 21-yard line, Lee.
Another gain of about 7.
2nd down, long 3.
I was going to guess the short 4.
Yeah. Just say 3.5.
Let's call the pie.
Yeah.
3.14.
3 receivers the far side. Harris, lone receiver to the right. Edmond looking at the field, finds incomplete pass. That hit him right in the hands, and it was just too easy of a catch. He drops it.
Again, that was Colin Fortune there, wide open. And he was kind of sitting right there just beyond the line of the game, but unable to route it in. So that is going to bring up 3rd down and 3.5.
There you go. I like 4. But as of right now, they're making 3rd downs look pretty easy, regardless of yardage.
Like I said, I don't have the number in front of me, but I can think of once they didn't gain it, and then they picked it up on 4th.
Well, excuse me, that's Tillin Fortune. He'll have a quarterback keeper, and he will actually lose a yard. So to bring up 4th down and 5 now for the Leake Central Gators. Knights lead 8-7 here in the closing moments of the first quarter. 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, Lee. But like we were talking about, I think you're within range of your kicker. But with the ease that West Lauderdale scored on that last drive, you know you can't settle for field goals here if you're Leake Central.
So big play here, both for both squads, especially the Knights defense. Put up a good stop here.
We're going to have a timeout here by Leake Central. That's their second timeout of the night.
We're going to step aside as well. Once again, the score is 8-7 in favor of the Knights, but Leake Central threatening, but face a 4th down and 5. We'll come back right after this on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street. Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street. Piggly Wiggly.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom. It is 4th down and 5, Leake Central.
5 wide here, Lee, as they get ready to go for it on 4th down.
Maybe a little bit of confusion on the play, too. A couple of receivers on this near side kind of holding up their hands, asking what. So we go 4th down and 5, looking to pass, and quarterback will just go right up the middle for a 1st down and more. He's in the 15. The ball comes free, I believe, but I believe it comes back on top of it.
Yeah, that was a designed quarterback run. They spread them out with a 5 wide, 3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. So your defense is basically stretched number to number. He takes about 2 steps back in his drop back and then finds an open lane to pick up a 1st down on that 4th and 5. So that's twice they've converted on 4th down in Knight territory tonight here in the first quarter.
Let's get that 1st down sponsored by All Star Team Sports. Leake Central moving left to right from the 15-yard line of the Knights. Handoff to Israel Ross. Goes right up the middle. What looked to be a stop there at the line of scrimmage. He moves forward for about 5 yards. They may stop him there for 4. So a 4-yard gain gives him second down and 6 for the Gators. Two minutes, 15 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Knights 8, Leake Central 7. Leake Central scored on a 10-yard touchdown run by Tillin Fortune earlier.
So do we have another? We have a stoppage of play. Somebody call a timeout?
They did not motion for a timeout. I believe a reset of the play clock is what they're getting at. Good. 2nd down, 6 to go for Leake Central, threatening here.
New running back in the game, Lee. That's number 26.
I noticed number 1 went out of the game after that play a few moments ago. It's Israel Ross made an exit. And quarterback keeper, number 2, going to be inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. It's going to be bringing up 3rd down and about 3. 1st down is just on the outside of the 5-yard line. So the ball is spotted just prior to the 8. So 3rd down and 3.
Without having the stats right here in front of me, I don't think they've gotten many yards out of the running back position. Almost all their running yards
from the quarterback.
Yep.
And there's no quarterback keeper now inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down, I do believe. 1st down sponsored by All Star Team Sports. And again, they have a 1st down and goal.
Again, quarterback, keeper, design quarterback run there. And they're having all kinds of success from that quarterback spot, whether it's wildcat or your original quarterback running the ball.
Double receiver set for both sides. Handoff goes to the ball goes free into the end zone, and West Lauderdale will recover. Bring it back out for a touchback for West Lauderdale. Man, you got a gift right there in the end zone.
again, the running back does not have a whole lot of success, and then the ultimate mistake by running back to fumble it into the end zone, recovered by the defense, recovered by the Knights.
And was that the backup running back?
I believe that was number 28, Lee.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Maybe 26, Javario Daly, because we do not have an individual with a 28 on the roster that was given to us.
Yeah, 26 is the freshman running back, Javario Daly.
Handoff goes to Travion Mosley. Mosley coming to this near side to the 25, near the 30, 31-yard line. They're going to actually give him all the way up to the 33-yard line, Clint. First down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, and Travion looks like he is running with a lot of momentum here.
Yeah, just nothing fancy about that play. That was just a stretch play off to the left. And the offensive line able to seal it off. Mosley able to pick up the yards he needs, and just a solid, 12, 13 yards.
So it'll bring up first down and 5. 17.2 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Knights 8, Leake Central 7. Clock will start, so the Knights may not get a play off here before the end of the first quarter.
Lee, that was defensive end Adrian Tate, 94. He's got a little bit of a head start and got nailed for the false start.
Knights will snap the football. Hand off to Travion. Travion to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 2-3 yards. So bring up second down and 2 for the Knights. Well, they initially put it on the 41. Then they backed it up to the 40. So second down and 3, and that is the final play of the first quarter. As they swap sides, we'll take a break. Knights 8, Leake Central 7. We'll be back after 30 seconds on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom. The Knights on top by 1. They are in Leake Central. No, I'm sorry. They are on the 40-yard line. Yeah.
Flip the field at the end of the quarter.
But here's how the night has gone down so far. The Knights actually started out on offense, coughed up the football in the first play. Leake Central would get the ball on the Knight 30-yard line. A few plays later would capitalize with a 10-yard touchdown run. KP would put the Knights on the board with a 27-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion following a penalty by the defense would give the Knights 2 on a Travion Mosley 2-point conversion. That's where we stand now. Actually, Leake Central was threatening, had it first down and goal from the 5, coughed it up in the end zone, and that's where we stand with West Lauderdale traveling now from that turnover in the end zone. They find themselves second down and 3 from their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to this near side. KP in a shotgun, does have Travion, and KP going to keep it himself. Does have the first down, and he is tripped up at the 45-yard line. And actually, they'll put him at the 46. First down made, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, just a good, strong run there by KP, recognizing the yard he needed to get to, and man, it was a ankle-grabbing, tripping tackle away from that being a lot more yardage than just the 6 he needed to pick up there. But either way, first and 10 for the Knights on their own 45 and a half, I guess, right there in between the 45, 46. I think the sticks itself is actually on the 46, though, Lee. So
double tight end set for the Knights. One receiver to this near side, pistol formation. Travion gets the call as he crosses into Leake Central territory to the 48-yard line. Be a pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah, gives, again, great run. And what I'm liking, what I'm seeing right now from Mosley is that he is not being tackled backwards. I mean, like right there, he was, they started the process of tackling him right around their own 49-yard line, and he fell forward 2 yards. Just not going down without a fight, and as a result, bringing up a second down and 4, maybe 5.
Coach Brock Clay is livid right now. They put this ball a yard behind where the marker was initially at. This side judge had called for the play to be at the 48-yard line, walked out there, turned around, put the ball back into the judge's hand. He puts it on the 49-yard line, and Coach Brockley noticed it, and that's what we're having a stop in action here.
And he got it, putting it back on the 48. So good call. Very observant there by Coach Clay.
Second down, 4 to go for the Knights in Leake Central territory. Still keeping that double tight end set with an H-back behind that right side tight end. Handoff to Travion. Travion Lee goes right behind a load of blockers. Will be close to a first down, but I don't believe he's going to get it. About a yard shy. Third down and 1 from the Leake Central 45.
Yeah, he needed to get down to the 44 for the first down. They marked him just a yard shy. But again, good, strong running, able to pick up, chunk yardage. Anytime you've got a third down and not even manageable, third down and short like this, you feel confident because, again, barring loss of yardage, penalty, something like that, you're in the 4-down territory here. So you've got 2 plays to pick up 1 yard.
2 receivers to this near side. Third down and 1. KP hands it off to Travion. Travion, and not sure he's going to get it. I believe it's going to be shy of a first down. Far side judge looks like he is closer to that first down marker than this near side judge. They're going to place the ball just on the outside of the 44, and I believe he needs to get to the 44. So
they may call, they're going to call for a measurement here, Lee. That is very close.
Still waiting the signal for them to bring the chains in, but I don't see anything yet.
They're bringing the chains
they
out. Yeah, I can see the referee over there getting the middle marker.
All right, this is the second year that we've had this Region 4 4A with only 5 teams in the district. Next week, being that's the case, the Knights will not be in district play. They'll actually
it's going to be short by about less than half a yard.
Yep. That's 6 inches, 8 inches. So. We'll actually be back here at the Kingdom next week to take on Taylorsville. And you go ahead and tell me their mascot.
The Tartars.
What is a Tartar?
It's a Mongolian warrior.
You looked that up last year, didn't you?
I did. I've got one of my really good friends when I was in college at Leake Terry. He is a not a Taylorsville. He grew up in Taylorsville, went to Silver Bay Academy, but very familiar with the Tartars of Taylorsville, and I had to make sure what it was.
4th down and inches, and KP will basically just reach forward, and with that big frame body will definitely get it. Once again, a first down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
When you've got a quarterback who is listed, what is he, 6'3", Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got to pick up less than a foot. It's a no-brainer. You put him under center, you hand him the ball and say, go forward.
With his hair, probably about 6'4", 6'5".
There it is.
Yeah. First down, once again, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, and they are on the Leake Central Gator 41-yard line, moving left to right. 9:18 remains here in the first half. Knights 8, Gators 7. 2 receivers to this near side. KP looking to pass. Has to get rid of it quick. Going deep down the field. He does have a receiver, Ashton Radcliffe, and intercepted there at the 1-yard line. Intercepted at the 1-yard line. Will give Leake Central the football.
Are they going to call it a touchback?
I don't think so. His momentum went his way in. I believe he's going to be on the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. Or no, they're actually going to put it on the 20.
I was going to say, I believe if your momentum carries you in.
No, okay. No,
okay, yeah, you're right.
Take that back. I think he went out. I don't know if he actually went into the end zone or out of bounds to this near side.
But that was just a go for broke, chunk it down the field. And he had an open receiver. Kind of put a little bit too much air under it. Ended up being a little bit underthrown and allowed the defensive back to come back and snag the interception.
But
Lee, they're putting that right there on the 1.
On the 1. Yeah. You know what that means for defensive linemen?
Go.
Yeah. But you can't. You got to be careful with this quarterback. He's made us pay.
Yeah, and we've already talked about this. A vast majority of the running yards tonight have come through the quarterback position.
So in the end zone is the quarterback. He moves off to that left or right-hand side. That's Tillin Fortune. Tillin Fortune is actually a receiver, but he gets the call, and he will get about an 8-yard pickup, maybe even 9 at the 10-yard line. So that is near the first down. 2nd down and 1, and what looked to be the Knights continuing a great drive. The Knights elect to put it in the air, and The Leake Central Gators take it away at the 1. Knights 8, Gators 7. A couple of turnovers in this ball game. 3 to be exact. 2 by the Knights, 1 by Leake Central. And snap, handoff goes right up the middle to Israel Ross. That'll be a first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, all the way up to the 18-yard line. And the offense for Leake Central has really looked good.
They have, and they have been their own worst enemy, putting the ball on the ground. And they've had it. This is their third drive. Both drives went deep into the Knight territory. One found the end zone, the other one fumbled into the end zone.
2 receivers the far side, one to this near side. Ross with a handoff after getting stopped initially. He comes this near side, he's still on his feet, almost to the 30-yard line. That's going to be another first down for Leake Central, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. And yes, a first down all the way to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, he was that run was meant to go, just right there between guard and tackle on the left side of the offensive line, able to bounce it outside, found an opening and picked up a big chunk of yardage, picked up another first down.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to this near side. Harris is the lone receiver to this near side. They have not gone to Harris's way yet. Quarterback will throw it out to that right-hand side. Nothing there. Might even lost a yard.
Yeah, that was just a little pass to the, I don't know if you can call it a true bubble screen. It's just a little slot pass there off to the right side there behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the second one he's thrown tonight behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Just nothing available there as he does get back to the original line of scrimmage, but nothing else. Bring up second down and 10 on their own 29-yard line, or 30-yard line.
3 receivers to this near side for Todd Edmond. Edmond looks to his right, going deep down the field. He does have a receiver. Tillin, no, and incomplete pass. Wow. That's the second time that he has been hit right in his hands.
Great pass by Edmonds there. I mean, that's 40 yards in the air, hitting him in stride.
It's a holding penalty back here in the back that's going to back Leake Central up. Sponsored by Chris McDonald, your State Farm insurance agent. I believe that was thrown in the backfield, so.
Yeah, I mean, that went at least 45 yards in the air because it hit him inside the 30, and he threw that. The line of scrimmage was on the 30. Man, he chunked that one. But either way, the play would have been for naught, even if he'd have called it because of the holding penalty. But that's going to bring up second down and 20 from your own 20-yard line.
Same formation for the Gators. Edmond, shotgun formation as he backpedals, looking for a receiver. Throws down the middle of the field. He's got a receiver and might be pass interference, and it is. There's going to be pass interference against the Knights.
Again, just trying to get to the ball, but ended up having to go through the receiver to get to it. Was that Lafferty they called it on?
I think so.
Yeah.
Another penalty there, sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm insurance agent. 7 minutes, 2 seconds remain here in the first half. Knights have a 1-point lead. Both offenses have been able to move up and down the field with each other, but only 2 touchdowns. One a 10-yard touchdown run by Tillin Fortune. The other one a 27-yard touchdown run by KP. 2-point conversion is the only difference.
Yeah, right now you've got a fumble by West Lauderdale, an interception by West Lauderdale, a fumble by Leake Central, and, man, both teams struggling with penalties on the defensive side.
Leake Central, second down and 4. Connection is made to Tillin Fortune. This one he does hold on to, and a first down is made to the 44-yard line of their own. First down made, brought to you by All-Star Team Sports.
Kind of a slow-paced game, Lee. Both teams, I mean, we're halfway through the second quarter here. What do we got, 6.5 minutes, give or take? And both teams have only had the ball 3 times.
2 receivers this near side. He does call number 5 in motion. We'll get the jet sweep on the far side. And does the ball come free? No.
I don't think so.
He might have, but he jumped back on top of it. About a 5-yard pickup, maybe just 4. I believe it.
They're going to put him on the 49-yard line.
Yes,
That's
that'll be a
5-yard carry. Second down and 5 for the Gators on their own 49-yard line.
Got to give it to the offense for Leake Central. So many different weapons out there that he's gone to.
I mean, we've seen him in 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide. They've multiple quarterbacks running the ball. I mean, yeah, it's tough to plan against a team like this when you have so many different offensive strategies in place.
Second down and 5. Handoff goes to Ross and then gets tackled in the backfield. He'll lose about 5, maybe even 6 yards.
Did you catch the number of who was that?
Well, there's about 5 black jerseys, but I believe the initial contact was number 34. That might have been Braden Massey.
Yeah, great job to recognize that. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 here for the Gators. Originally 2nd down and 5, and so that'll be a 5-yard loss there.
36, I believe. 36 was the Braden Massey. I believe he was the one that initially made contact.
I think you're right, Lee. Again, that gray on black sometimes can kind of blend in a little bit, but great job by the defense either way to force that 3rd down and long here by the Gators.
Quarterback Edmond looking to pass. He does have got to commit first down and more. That is Tillin Fortune all the way into night territory, all the way inside the 35, 34-yard line.
Now that was a true screen pass, Lee. The offensive line released after about a half-second block to get out there ahead of him and able to spring him for big yardage on that 3rd down and 10. He's going to get down to the West Lauderdale 35-yard line.
3rd down conversion rate for Leake Central.
It's got to be
Has it been perfect?
No, they've gotten to 4th down twice, and then they've converted the 4th downs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Knights doing a good job forcing a 3rd and long there, just unable to get off the field.
First down and 10 from the Knight 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Ross, right up the gut. Goes to that far side and almost another first down, but about a yard shy, maybe 2. But once again, giving up a lot of yards on first down. Second down, 2 to go, as they are just outside of the 25-yard line of the Knights.
Just these long, time-consuming, yard-chewing drives that we're seeing really from both offenses, and both sides just being their own worst enemies with turnovers.
Double receiver set for the Gators on each side of the field. Hands off to Ross. Ross goes to the far side, gets the first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, all the way down to the 24-yard line. That is enough for a first down. The Knights defense just does not have an answer.
No, they are just, just getting drilled on the run right now. And we'll give you some unofficial statistics, I guess, at the half. But man, they are giving up a lot of yards on the ground so far.
3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far for Edmonds. Edmonds rolling out to his left, looking to pass. Does have a flag, overshoots his intended receiver. That may be coming back. A holding is what initially is called. I believe that is the case, sponsored by Chris McDonald, your State Farm Insurance agent. That'll back him up 10.
Again, both teams are on worst enemies on offense. I've said that a couple times already, but we've seen penalties, we've seen turnovers, and both defenses having a hard time stopping them on their own. They're doing a pretty good job of taking advantage of the mistakes. But again, we saw a long, second down and 20, I guess, just a few plays ago, and then able to pick up a 3rd down and 10 after that. But that's going to be 1st down and 20 here for the Gators.
Edmonds backpedaling, looking to pass, finds his receiver, and connection is made. Was he out of bounds? No, he's going to be inbounds. And about a 12-yard pickup, maybe even 13. They'll have the ball just on the outside of the 20-yard line, maybe the 21-yard line, so to bring up 2nd down and 8. You got to figure, and you've seen it over and over and over, if they've got a lot of yards to pick up, he's going to number 9, Tillin Fortune.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here is the defensive back, because of the speed that Fortune has, you're having to give him such a big cushion to protect against him just running right past you, that he can do those 8, 10, 12-yard routes and just turn around because you're so far back.
Timeout on the field.
I don't know that. No, I don't think they did.
There was a substitution. I know that Cameron Vaughn came out. Second down and 8. Gators moving right to left, looking to pass. Got a guy, that's Tillin Fortune, again, intended, but this time knocked away by the guy that came in for Cameron Vaughn. Number 11 is Cohen Peoples. He knocks the ball away right there at the last second, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Gators.
Again, that route there by Fortune, basically he ran to about the 5-yard line, cut across a deep, not a slant, but a deep, maybe a post route coming back toward the goalpost. So great job to run with him.
Hand off to Ross. Ross comes this near side, and he's eluding tacklers left and right. He will not get the first down, I don't believe, but it's going to bring up 4th down and short, about a yard shy of a first down. And we have another defensive back having to come out of the football game for the Knights. That's Cooper Lafferty now that is making an exit. Going to be running out of DBs in a few seconds here.
Yeah, we'll keep you apprised as to what's going on. I believe that's
Ashton Ratcliffe
coming in.
So with 2:23 remaining, clock's running.
And if you're the Knights, you're kind of starting to think now, man, are we going to get the ball back with any amount of time to do anything? Keep in mind the Gators won the toss, deferred, so they're going to be taking the ball in the second half, and they're taking their final timeout right now. Leake Central is.
We'll step aside as well. It's 4th down and 1. Don't forget this drive began on the Gator 1-yard line. What an impressive drive it is. But the Knights can put up a stand right here. It'd be great. 4th down and 1 coming up after 30 seconds here on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Commercials done. And the action continues with West Lauderdale Night Football on Q101.
2:11 remains in the first half. Knights have a 1-point lead over Region 4 4A foe Leake Central, 8-7. Leake Central Gators face a 4th down and 1 from a drive that began on their own 1-yard line after an interception by KP. Tillin Fortune, wild Gator quarterback, I guess you could say, is your quarterback in shotgun position. Tillin Fortune will go off to that far side, looking to pass, and we will not get the first. No, he will. He will not. No. We'll get the official judge here. Call. I don't think he got it.
He was initially hit, a couple yards beyond where he needed to get, but ended up fighting through the first tackle, falling forward, still waiting on an official signal.
Well, the official is standing right at the 15-yard line.
I don't think he got it. Yeah, turnover
it's a
on
first down Knights.
Great
How
job
about that?
Man, so that was the 3rd time the Leake Central goes for it on 4th down, converting the first two, but this time the Knights defense stepping up big to force the turnover on down. So you've got, I believe, 2 timeouts left if you're the Knights.
And this drive is huge. I mean, you definitely want to play it safe, being on your own 15-yard line. You don't want to take the chance for a turnover, but you said it just a few moments ago. Leake Central gets the football to begin the second half of play. Here we go. KP, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to this near side. Travion right there next to him. KP going to be a quarterback keeper. Finds a lane to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, outside of the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield.
He's going to run out of bounds right there around the 48-yard line, Lee. And by going out of bounds, you also stop the clock, not having to torch one of your timeouts. The Knight 48-yard line, so still on your own side of the 50, but
how about that, though? From the 15 all the way up to your own 48.
Absolutely what you needed to get there to get this drive going.
Back on the line of scrimmage quickly. 2 receivers this near side. Handoff to Mosley. Mosley to the far side, midfield, 45. Looked like a little face mask in there. Didn't get called. To the going to be about a yard shy of a first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him down right there around the 43.5, maybe 44-yard line, depending on which referee they go with. 44-yard line, but that's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Knights. Minute and a half left here in the quarter.
Another dose of Mosley. Mosley to the 45. That is definitely a first down. Brought to you by All-Star Team Sports. A helmet comes free from the offensive lineman, and he'll have to exit. Backup offensive lineman needs to be ready, right?
Yeah, but Mosley gets down to the 39-yard line, Lee, so big pickup there to bring up a first down for the Knights. 1 minute, 25 seconds left here in the first half.
2 receivers in this near side. Same formation for KP, pistol formation actually, and handoff against goes to Travion. They were keying in on that. What looked to be stopped in the backfield, however, Travion inches his way forward to make it no gain or no loss on the play. So we bring up 2nd down and 10. There is a timeout on the field now. We'll stay here in action. Timeout West Lauderdale. I think they have 1 left.
At least 1. Again, I don't remember if they have 1 or if they had taken 1 before this drive. I think they had, but you're right, Lee, that is going to bring up 2nd down and 10 here for the Knights as they are trying to get something else on the scoreboard before the half, because we already mentioned a couple of times, Leake Central winning the coin toss, deferring, so they will get the ball to begin the second half. Here on this homecoming night of West Lauderdale, so probably a little bit of an elongated halftime as we're going to see some festivities, and I believe a crown's going to be passed out, and just going to be a fun time. We saw the middle school homecoming maids and escorts and all that pregame, and we'll see the high school during halftime.
Knight's going to send out a receiver, Ashton Radcliffe, far left. Gathings wide right to this near side. Knights moving left to right, 2nd down and 10. KP quarterback keeper comes this near side to the 35, goes back toward those numbers to the inside the 30, and that'll be a Knight first down. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. That'll stop the clock momentarily for the change to set. I say first down, but they've yet to move the change.
The white hat gave the signal.
Okay.
At least he stopped the clock.
The chains have not moved yet.
Yeah, there it is.
3rd down.
I was going to say, I thought he gave the signal earlier.
That's just on the outside of the 28-yard line of Leake Central.
Clock's running.
KP hands off to Mosley. Mosley to the 25, inside the 25, about the 24, maybe the 23. They're going to say 24, so a gain of 5.
Conserving that last timeout, Lee.
Yeah. That's going to have to get in a hurry up here. 44 seconds remain. 2 receivers this near side, and 35 seconds now. KP, quarterback keeper, goes that far side to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown West Lauderdale.
Look around, no flags. That is going to stand. Touchdown by the Knights.
KP adds to his 27-yard touchdown to now a 24-yard touchdown run. 51 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Exactly what you had to have there, Lee. You know you don't want to give the ball back to them. They are going to go for the extra point here, trying to make it a 15-7 game.
Zane Wood. Ashton Radcliffe is actually your holder tonight. There's a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and is good. Knights 15. Leake Central 7. We'll be back after this on Q101.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. We are Q101. And on Friday nights, we turn into your West Lauderdale Knights football connection. Interception, West Lauderdale. Now let's send it back to the field with Lee and Clint on
Zane Wood putting total leather.
That's going to be caught.
And West Lauderdale will actually have an onside kick, I guess you would say. Not quite, but it goes into the hands of a Knight kickoff team member. And look whose hand is it in. It's in a guy's hand that has a cast on his right hand. Yeah, Cameron Vaughn.
That was just a blue, not I don't know if you call it a true onside, just about a 20-yard end-over-end high hanging kick that you typically expect a up man on the return team to throw his hand in the air.
You got 22 seconds, Clint. 20.
Yeah, and you just, for some reason, they let the ball hit the ground, and it's not a punt on a kickoff. It is a live ball. Whoever comes down with it gets it, and as a result, 22 seconds, I think you got one timeout left, and West Lauderdale is going to see, well, hey, what can we do with 20 seconds?
Right. You're going to have the ball. You're at the Gator 40-yard line, 41. I mean, well, now they moved the ball back to the 39-yard line.
Who knows?
But we've said it twice now that Leake Central has the football to begin the second half. Right now, you could put a two-score in between, even if it's just a Zane Wood field goal.
Yeah, if you're able to just get a field goal out of it, make it an 11-point game, I mean, that's huge. Because you've had not a difficult time moving the ball. You've had a difficult time putting the ball in the end zone.
I think the question now is the clock. I believe they're questioning the time on the clock. Yeah, it's to 30 seconds now. How about that? Put an extra 8 seconds on the clock for the Knights. 30 seconds remain now after the turnover. And Travion Mosley with the handoff to the 30, inside the 30 to about the 20. Is that a first down? That is a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily.
And Coach Clay calling the timeout down there as well. So they are going to get and again, they may have another one in the pocket. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. But either way, timeout West Lauderdale, so that's either their second or their final timeout.
So we'll stay here. Let's recap everything just a few moments ago. And just a few moments ago, KP had a 24-yard touchdown run, and the Knights came back out on kickoff, pooched it up in the air. The kickoff return team undoubtedly was not ready because the kickoff team for the Knights went right down there and basically almost took it out of the air. But it went out on the ground. Knights recovered. Here we stand now at the 27-yard line of Leake Central. 22.3 seconds remain. The Knights can put up 2 scores here before halftime, which is good because kind of makes them a little one-dimensional if you kind of put this thing out of hand, right? Or at least right now.
Yeah, I don't know that you call it one-dimensional because they're still going to have an entire second half to work the ball down the field, but it is going to make it a lot more difficult.
Pistol formation for KP and the Knights. Mosley directly behind KP. KP rolling out to his right, looking to pass, throwing toward that end zone. Touchdown, West Lauderdale. Gathings wide open.
I mean, there wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him, and that is going to be a touchdown.
27 yards.
So what's that, 2 scores in the span of about 40 seconds of gameplay.
Do it again. And the extra point, Ashton Radcliffe is your holder. Zane Wood, number 41, who's been outstanding. And the snap, there it is, and we're going to actually be a recipient, or there's going to be a penalty on.
Technically, he blocked it, but
there's a reason he blocked it.
He was 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, so now
they're not calling a penalty on that. I thought he jumped the gun there.
Did they really not throw a flag?
They did not throw a flag. He must have timed it perfectly. Nobody else moved but that right end guy. So the Knights will stay at 21. The score's now 21-7. But what about a turn of events? You did leave 16 seconds on the clock for Leake Central, who's been able to take a lot of chunk plays over the first few minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, so now the Knights coming out for a kickoff again. And you have to assume that the special teams coach for the Gators said, hey, catch the ball if it's kicked in your general direction. Don't just watch it on the ground.
Once again, Zane kicking from the 40.
And he's set up like he's going to do the exact same thing again.
He's looking over the field, trying to find that person he wants to pick on, right?
We'll see.
Scores 21-7. Short kick coming to that same spot.
He called a fair catch. He catches it. So, again, had a conversation with him on the sideline. Congratulations on actually learning something new about the game here tonight.
We had a gentleman back whenever I was playing here in high school. Actually, I think I might have been in 9th grade. but he couldn't get it in his head that, punch you can let roll. Kickoffs you can't.
So, honestly, I thought they were about to kill number 18. Like, they were running full speed into him, and I was like, fortunately, they ran around him because he called a fair catch, but I thought he was about to die.
3 times he let the ball roll, and turnovers galore.
I think after the second time, you find him a new place to play on the game.
Between the ball is spotted between the 38 and 39 yard line.
When I say a cover 2 defense, your 2 safeties are playing.
You got your quarterback back there. Edmond looking to pass and gets rid of it as soon as he gets hit. There is a little screen. Number 1, Ross, will have the ball at the Knight 45-yard line. That is a first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Yeah, he took a hit.
But and with him going out of bounds, the clock will stop. If he would have stayed in bounds, it stops for the timeout, but it starts back. But you got just under 10 seconds. And we've already seen, Edmonds has the arm to throw it this deep.
Ross is going to exit. He's actually going to go down. If this was the pros, it would be a 10-second runoff, but that's not the case here in high school. He's going to have to be helped off right now. Currently, he is on midfield at the left hash mark, but Ross will have to take an exit, and 26 comes into the game. 26 is the one that coughed up the ball in the end zone earlier tonight.
Yeah, and for those of you listening, knowing that they have no timeouts, this is not an Ole Miss situation. I mean, the clock was going to be stopped anyways. He's not taking a dive to conserve play time or anything like that. I mean, he's legitimately hurting on that knee right now.
So Israel Ross will exit the game. Number 26, Javario Daly, a 10th grader, comes into the game. Ross, Edmonds, and Tillin Fortune have just whipped the Knights left and right on the field. However, Gators have 7 to show for it. And that was following the Knights turning the ball over at the first of the game. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to this near side for Edmonds. Edmonds swings it out.
It's a backwards pass
to number 6 to that far side. And did he get out of bounds? It's going to be about 3 seconds left. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Actually, he might have lost some.
They're going to give him a 1-yard loss on that lead. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. And at this point, you may be entering Hail Mary status. And again, we're looking at 2 defensive backs that are playing, in 35, 40 yards off of the line of scrimmage. That are basically just playing center field out there to protect against just a chunk and let's see what happens pass.
I'll say this, your quarterback for the Knights is one of those deep backs. Edmonds looking to pass, got a receiver, makes the connection. That is number 5. Makes connection, but he will be tackled after a first down is made. But that is all she wrote for the first half. The Knights 21, the Gators 7. Gators will receive the football to begin the second half of play. But what about a turnaround of events? The Knights looked to be like they were going to give up some points just prior to halftime with an 8-7 lead. However, got the ball at their own 15, marched down the field within just a matter of seconds, went up by 15-7, got the ball right back from a kickoff return, mistake by Leake Central, and now that's where we stand. 21-7 is the score as they are exiting the football field now, and we've got halftime. So we'll come back after 3 minutes, get you some statistical updates and scoring summary, as well as try to find some scores from around the area as well. Halftime show coming up, being brought to you by some very fine sponsor there at Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. It's all coming your way in about 3 minutes here on Q101.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1124th Avenue in Meridian.
In life, Some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights!
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
We'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
After high school, he plans to join the Air Force to pursue new challenges and opportunities. Willis Johnson and Bill Bryant.
With one half in the books, let's check in with Lee and Clint for a review of the first two quarters and break down what the Knights need to be able to do to walk away with a win tonight in your official halftime show, powered by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat and Q101.
Well, the score here, 21-7, halftime. And again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. 21-7 is the score in favor of the Knights. Leake Central will begin the action as the third quarter begins, but we're going to take a quick break from the football action and give you some information about the band. And we've got the president of the Band Boosters, Mr. Brother Michael Oates.
Yes, sir.
Don't you like that, Mr. Brother, or Brother Mister?
Some people call me Big O, but it's okay.
Okay, all right. We've got to get you some information about, first of all, there's a competition coming up very, very quickly, isn't it not?
Yeah, our West Lauderdale Mighty Knight Marching Band will be entering into competition at Neshoba Central on October 12th. And so it's also a Rocket Invitation, so we'll perform twice that day, actually.
That band is pretty special to you, I believe. I'm pretty certain that it's pretty special because you got a guy that is in that trombone section down there, isn't it? Don't you?
Absolutely, that's my son, Jonathan Oates.
Yeah, I get to hear them during the pep rallies, and they do the song Lowrider, and it's the tubas and the trombones and somebody else too. I can't remember the names of the instruments.
Trumpets.
Trumpets, okay. But they do a fantastic job with that, with the bell and everything. Lowrider.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that originally done by? Put you on the spot.
I forget.
Okay. Googled it real quick. But once again, competition October 12th. Also, we want to talk about this new thing that the Band Boosters are doing this year for those that may be looking down at the concession stand and saying, that line is just too long. What can you do?
They can actually mobile. Go to WLBandboosters.square.site That's WLBandBoosters.square.site. And you can actually pull up our menu and order from there for a $2 extra fee. You beat the line. So, and it's been working all night like a charm.
Okay. I saw on Facebook this past week somebody shared a picture of the QR code. I'm not 100% sure it is, but maybe you know where you can find that QR code.
So we have a QR codes. First of all, we've probably got them on our Facebook page, but you can also, when you come to the game, there's a couple of signs. There's one right when you walk in the gate that you can scan that QR code, and you're good to go.
Now, here's an idea. If you're like next week, home game against Taylorsville, you're on the way to the Kingdom, say it's 6:30, you can go ahead and put that request in, and by the time you get here, just prior to 7 o'clock, you can come walk up and get your food.
We actually had several orders come in before the game even started tonight. So.
You know how new things on the menu, how it draws interest? Why don't we do this? Let's start coming up with some creative names. Me and Clint will produce those names each week. And you just put those on the menu. It could be the same hamburger, but you'll be like, oh, something new on the menu. Get that.
I think you think I got more authority on the booster board than I actually do. But I can run that by our concession stand chair.
What would be your name for your hamburger?
Oh, 100% the Clint. I mean, I'm not creative. I just wanted, the big juicy burger.
It's very creative.
It comes with a hug.
Could maybe replace the tuba burger.
At least mine would be called the lug nut.
The lug nut, that's a great one.
Yeah, that just sounds wrong.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, thank you very much, Michael Oates.
Thank you guys so much.
There you go. Get by there and help them out. Band boosters down there at the concession stand, they get overlooked. I know they do. It's just, people go to the concession stand when the band is usually on the field, and I tell you what, they don't get the credit. They don't get the credit that they deserve, giving us entertainment and the competition. Once again, October 12th there at Neshoba Central. Get up there and support them. We're going to take another 3-minute break. Come right back. Hopefully, get you that information about the homecoming queen and king here momentarily, as the maids and what are they called? What's the men called?
Escorts.
Escorts, there you go. As they're making their way out on the football field as we speak. 21-7 in favor of the Knights here at halftime. It's all being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat. Coming back in 3 minutes on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1124th Avenue in Meridian.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired and maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent, Will Sweat, at 601-482-2385. Or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Now returning from a quick concession stand run, it's Lee and Clint, the voices of your West Lauderdale Knights on your hit music connection.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom as a little bit less than 10 minutes to complete the halftime show, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. It's homecoming night tonight as the maids and escorts are making their way out onto the football field. Have about 3 more, and we'll have to send the audio outside to bring you that information as far as the homecoming king and homecoming queen. But in the meantime, the Knights have a 21-7 lead at halftime over the Leake Central Gators, Region 4 4A foe. With that being said, let's get you up to date on the statistic information from our very own D.D. Cooper. D.D.?
So for the team stats, we have 19 rushes for 187 yards, and at the end of the half, we had 1 reception for 27 yards, completing a touchdown. And then we went 1 for 1 on 4th down, and then for the Gators, they had 26 rushes for 124 yards, 10 receptions for 106 yards, with 106 passing yards. And they went 4 for 7 on 3rd down and 2 for 3 on 1st downs. And then for the leaders for the Knights, we had KP rushing 8 times for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travion Mosley, 10 rushes for 74 yards. And then for the passing, 1 for 2 for 27 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And for Leake Central, we had Todd Ellen went 10 for 13 for 106 yards through the air. With number 9, Fortune, 4 receptions for 62 yards. Daryl McClinton, 4 receptions for 18. And Ross, 1 for 15. And then on the rushing, we had Ross, 13 rushes for 54 yards. Todd Edmonds, 7 rushes for 44 yards. Fortune, 5 rushes for 21 yards. And Mr. Williamson, 1 rush for 5 yards.
Go over real quick. Let me ask you a question, Dee, before you put that little tablet away. Travion Mosley, what did he complete during the first 24 minutes on the ground? You might have said it, but I missed it. I'm sorry.
He had 74 yards.
KP on the ground?
110.
Wow. Nearly 200 yards between the two. All right, that's your statistic update. Thank you very much for Dee for keeping those stats. And we have one more person or one more couple to make their way out on the field before they make the announcement of King and Queen here at West Lauderdale. But the Knights have a 21-7 advantage, and that did not look like it was going to be that way just a few minutes before, just a seconds before halftime.
I was going to say it was 8-7 with less than a minute to go in the first half.
And here's what happened. Knights got the touchdown just prior to halftime. 27, Dee referred to it a few moments ago, 27-yard touchdown. And then came back with the kickoff. Surprised everybody. I'm not so sure it surprised everybody because Zane Wood has been kind of doing a lot of similar things with that short kick pretty much every ball game, but it did surprise the guy that the ball came to on the kickoff return team for Leake Central, and that ball came down, hit the ground. Knights took right back over with 30 seconds remaining, and another touchdown in the air for Chase Gathings this time. And the Knights, that's how they got 21. 10-yard touchdown run by Tillin Fortune puts the Gators' only touchdown on the on the scoreboard there.
Yeah, and one thing you need to take notice of, I know we're about to throw it out to the speaker and, to figure out who's going to be our homecoming queen tonight, but you played an entire half with one team only getting 7 points, the other with 21. We haven't seen a punt on either team yet. I mean, you've seen a few turnovers, two fumbles, one interception. You've seen a turnover on downs, and then a turnover, whatever you want to call it, the clock ran out at the end of the first half. So, both offenses doing a good job moving the ball. You heard that. I mean, West Lauderdale having almost 200 yards on the ground. Leake Central doing a good job moving the ball, kind of even on the ground and in the air. Just, kind of shooting themselves in the foot, turning it over on downs, turning it over, putting the ball on the ground into the end zone. I mean, they got it down to the 5-yard line and fumbled into the end zone for a touchback. So we're going to see if both offenses are going to be able to clean up some of these mistakes coming into the second half.
4 minutes left here in the halftime. Once again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. While we are awaiting, don't forget the band, the Mighty Knight Marching Band is providing the sounds right now on the field. We'll head things down to the field here very shortly as they are just about to announce King and Queen, homecoming King and Queen of the 2024-25 year here for the West Lauderdale Knights.
This year's homecoming queen is
Here we
West
go.
Lauderdale High School Principal Glenda McCrowell and Assistant Principal Barry Richardson.
Once again, listening to the sounds out on the field.
Your 2024 homecoming king is Carter Horton.
Carter Horton is your homecoming king here at West Lauderdale at the Kingdom. And if you're listening on the radio, he is now being presented with the crown. Or is that the satchel?
I heard that this year it comes with a $25,000 cash prize.
Oh, you heard wrong.
Yeah. A satchel and a Corvette.
Once again, Carter Horton now being presented with his crown.
Congratulations, Carter.
Now for the announcement of the Queen of Homecoming here at the Kingdom.
2024 homecoming queen is Ellie Reed.
Ellie Reed, senior cheerleader for the West Lauderdale Knights. Congratulations to Ellie Reed, homecoming queen here at West Lauderdale. So Carter Horton, Ellie Reed are your homecoming king and queen at West Lauderdale. Congratulations to both of them. We'll come back after 3 minutes and wrap up tonight's homecoming festivities here at halftime. Being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. The score 21-7 in favor of the West Lauderdale Knights. We'll be back after this on Q101.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street,
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today. Located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knights football team.
Go Knights!
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
You'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Now, let's return to the field with live West Lauderdale football, only on Q101.
Welcome back here to the halftime show. A couple minutes left. Sponsored by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. Good score up there on the scoreboard. 21-7 in favor of the Knights. How about let's get you caught up with some scores from around the area. Louisville, how about this one? The surprise score last week. Louisville down against Houston right now at the half, 14-13. Let's see if we can get another score. At halftime, Kosciuszko and Caledonia, 14-14. Now, those are a few schools that are outside of our regional play, but still some schools of note. Meridian over Harrison Central at half, 17-7. See, Newton County, don't have a score there. Newton County, Northeast Lauderdale. Kemper County over McLaurin. Surely it's not in the first quarter, 40-0. But that's the score that's on the scoreboard here, 40-0. Not sure what quarter they're in. Lake, 27, Clarkdale 6. That's at the half. 27-6. Once again, Lake over Clarkdale. Raleigh over Pisgah, the Dragons. Man, I love that mascot, the Dragons. 22-0. Raleigh Lions lead the Pisgah Dragon. You got anything else?
Yeah, there's one in particular score you're forgetting.
They're losing.
They are. How do you know? Did you see them?
I got it right below mine. Can you believe I added it to my?
Did you really?
Yeah, not really. I think I added Sumrall last year.
Lawrence County hosting Sumrall tonight, and homecoming actually for the Cougars over there of Lawrence County, getting beat right now 14-6 at the half.
And that's all I have currently. We'll try to get you some more scores from around the area during tonight's post-game show. That's going to be nearly wrapping up the halftime. Being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. And what a huge drive this next one will be, not only for Leake Central, but for West Lauderdale as well. We talked about earlier making the Leake Central Gators one-dimensional. If you get up by 3 scores, I think you definitely do make them one-dimensional. But we've seen how we've had just so much trouble containing this offense from Leake Central. They've really stopped themselves for us on multiple drives, right?
Yeah, they have had success driving down the field, but then, like I said, you get down to the 5-yard line, fumble it into the end zone for a touchback. You get down just outside the 20-yard line of West Lauderdale. I think they were on the 21-yard line, unable to pick up a short-to-go situation, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and turn it over on downs there. So, yeah, having a lot of success between the 20s and then just kind of losing it on a couple of drives there at the red zone.
That's Tillin Fortunes. Another short kick coming down here, and the Knights still looking for the football, but the Leake Central Gators will corral it at the 39-yard line. Almost, the Knights almost got themselves another recovery following the kickoff by Zane Wood.
Yeah, and great placement by Wood there to just put it right behind the up men, the guys that are there to protect, and just it fell right behind them, and Fortunately for the Gators, able to fall on that ball. Almost another quasi-onside kick recovery there by the Knights.
So first down and 10. They do spot the ball on the 40, maybe just on the inside of the 40-yard line. Moving right to left is Leake Central. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Here to the near side, handoff to Ross. Israel Ross gets the handoff and will get maybe a yard, bring up second down and 9. Once again, we'd like to thank Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat for sponsoring the halftime show. Gators, 1-yard pickup, second down and 9 as they move right to left. Same formation for the Gators. Todd Edmond, number 2, is the quarterback. Israel Ross to his left. Another Edmond goes right up the middle. And about a 6, maybe a 7-yard pickup. They're going to call him for a 6-yard pickup. Going to bring up third down and 3. Just ran it right up the middle.
Yeah, that's read option there, having the opportunity either to put the ball in the belly of his running back or tuck it himself and run, choosing to keep it himself for 6 yards to bring up third down and 3 on their own 47-yard line, moving right to left.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. He will call number 5 in motion to this near side. Looking to pass is Edmonds. And it is going to be a reception into Knight territory. That is his go-to guy, number 9, Fortune. Tillin Fortune. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. They'll put the ball on the inside of the Knight 49-yard line. And again, you got to get a first down. You throw it to Tillin Fortune.
Yeah, that was a route designed to, you need 3 yards. He was told, hey, go 4 yards, turn around and wait on the ball. Worked out well for him, and moving the ball into Knight territory here, taking over on the reset the downs on the Knight 49-yard line.
Edmond looking to pass, backpedals and throws it deep. He got a guy and incomplete. I believe that, no, I'm sorry, I did not get the defender's number on that far side. Has that been the...
I couldn't quite tell, Lee. Again, you go that deep, the numbers and jersey kind of blend in together. But either way, man, I can't get over the arm that Edmonds has. I mean, that ball flew 45, 50 yards in the air, so great. He's got definitely have the arm to throw it all over the field. But fortunately for the Knights, that ball falls incomplete to bring up second down and 10 on the Knight 49-yard line for the Gators.
Second down, 10. Gators hand off to Ross. Ross goes up the middle. And he will get, he squirts free after an initial stop for about a yard gain. Then he turns in about 2 yards. So third down, about 8 to go.
Yeah, he's a slippery back. You think you got him stopped for a yard or less, and he squirts out, and he's going to get down, pick up another yard or 2.
So the Leake Central Gators face a third down and 8 on the Knight 47-yard line. Edmond rolling out to his right, looking to pass deep, looking to take an incomplete, knocked away at the last second. Look at the intended receiver. It's number 9, Tillin Fortune. And again, it's just a safety blanket for him. He goes to him, and you can see why. But that time just got the ball knocked away from him.
All right, so this is by far the longest fourth situation for Leake Central. Like I said, they've gone for it 3 times already on fourth down, picking up 2 of them, but all 3 have been 3 yards or less deep in the Knight territory. But they are going to go for it 4th and 8 on the West Lauderdale 48-yard line.
Big time
47-yard line, sorry, Lee.
Big time play here for the Knights defense to put up a big stop here. 4th down and 8, moving right to left. Edmonds looking to pass and being flushed from the pocket. He may take it himself, and he does. He's trying to get that first down, and he will be close. See where the official marks his knee down.
I think they're going to say he has the first down, Lee.
It will be a first down. It's sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. He was 1 yard further than he needed to get, so he's down to the 38-yard line of the Knights.
Again, just a good coverage downfield. Nobody open, but able to tuck the ball and run. Needing 8, picking up about 8.5. So didn't get about much, but he definitely got it.
3 receivers to that far side, 1 to this near side. Edmonds hands it off to Ross. Ross goes right up the middle, 1-yard pickup. Going to bring up 2nd down, 9 to go. Clock is just under 9 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Knights lead 21-7. First week of, I'm about to say playoff. No, 4-4-8 action here begins in the Kingdom. Second down and 9. Edmonds calling out the play to his line. It's a massive offensive line, is it not?
It is. I've been looking at that. They have some big boys out there.
Edmonds looking to his right, and incomplete pass. Just undershoots his intended receiver. That is number 5. Williamson.
Yeah, that was meant to be a screen pass out there. The offensive line's supposed to chip the rusher, slow him down just a little bit, and then shoot out there to block. I don't know that they remembered to chip the rushers, and Edmond just had to get rid of the ball quick as he was under heavy pressure, and the ball falls at the on the ground at the feet of his intended receiver.
They're down 9, and they'll get an extra 5 yards. We haven't seen many penalties in the last few moments of football play, but there the Knights' encroachment will give a little bit of easier 3rd down play coming up for the Leake Central Gators.
Yeah, hard count drew them off sides, and go from 3rd and 9 to 3rd and 3.5, 3rd and 4.
A penalty sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance agent.
Haven't seen Fortune line up in that wild Gator formation yet this drive, but
he is wide right. You're wondering where he is. He is wide right. Williamson wide left. Edmonds will hand the ball off to Ross. Goes to that far side. Ross cuts back to the inside and will get a 1st down for the Leake Central Gators. Needed 4. I believe he got maybe 5, 6 yards. Put the ball on the 26-yard line of the Knights.
Yeah, good job by Ross there to plant his foot, cut back, find the open seam, and pick up the yards needed. As that will, again, bring up another 1st down for the Gators. Another 3rd down conversion.
Another 1st down, so sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Just under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Score Knights 21, Gators 7. Gators have definitely been able to move the football, but they have coughed it up quite a few times too. Swing out pass to number 6, gets hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. Back him up to about the 29-yard line, 31-yard line actually, they say.
Yeah, that was one of those, it was a high pass, took him off his feet to get it. So obviously slowed down the opportunity for him to plant his foot and run.
I believe that was McClinton, number 6, with the reception there.
But by the time he came down with the pass, I mean, there was a black jersey all over him. So 2nd down, and what are we going to call that? 2nd down and 14, Lee?
Looks good to me. 7:10 remains here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to each side of the field for Edmonds. Edmonds rolls out to his right, then looks back left, and he's got a screen pass, and there's a connection to Ross. Ross is tackled, though, at the 31.
That's going to be right at that line of scrimmage, so we're going to bring up 3rd down and 14. Sorry, I got distracted. I thought I saw lightning off to my right, but that's the homecoming court. That's a bunch of pictures flashing.
Okay.
Yeah, no lightning in the area if you're listening. But anyways, 3rd down and 14 for the Gators. See if they try that hard count again to try to shorten that distance.
I believe Tillin Fortune is wide right, so you know he's going to be looking at him, and he's being flushed from the pocket. He will go down. Quarterback sack to the 33-yard line. Another loss on the play, 4th down and about 16 now.
Again, you know, down by 2 scores. The offense for the Knights, other than just mistakes on their own part, haven't been slowed down at all. So you have to think you leave the offense, even though it's a 4th and 15, 4th and 16, 4th and very long situation here.
Coverage has been fantastic against Fortune. Tillin Fortune has been their go-to guy. So you got to think he's going to be initially looking his way. Fortune and number 5, Williamson, tight to the offensive line formation there on the left-hand side, on this near side. But Edmonds rolling out to his right, but he looks back left. He throws left and almost picked off, but it's not. Regardless, it would have been either intercepted there at the 1, or you take over here at the 30.
I'm gonna give him credit. He knew 4th down. You intercept the ball, you may end up with worse field position. So I'm gonna let him hit my chest and hit the ground. Selfless play there. He didn't want the interception.
Well, it was also he had a guy in his face and he got hit hard as he released the football.
You talking about Edmonds?
Yeah.
Lit up on that. Absolutely. Good clean hit. Let's make sure we emphasize that. It wasn't late. It wasn't high. I mean, just put his shoulder pad in Edmonds' chest and watched him go down.
So another double tight end set for the Knights. Pistol formation, hands ball off to Mosley. Mosley comes this near side, 35-40. It's crossed up. This may be coming back. Holding, maybe the penalty here. It's sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. However, the holding took place around the 40-yard line, so it's not going to be a full behind the line.
It is going to be behind the line, but it's not going to be a full 10 behind the line. But they are going to get Radcliffe, I believe, number 4, the wide receiver on this near side, going to nail him for a hold. And so that's going to redo the first down, but it's going to be first down in about 13.
The intended play was going into the hands of Travion Mosley. Mosley looked to be close to a first down, but that penalty will back him up.
Yeah. He's going to back the ball up to the 29-yard line.
Nice.
Man, how for the Gators, I mean, you held the ball for over 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And you walk away with nothing.
Pistol formation for the Knights. One receiver that far side. Another handoff to Mosley. Mosley to the 35, 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40 out of bounds at the 39-yard line. They'll say he's out of bounds at the 40. How about that?
I was going to say huge gain there when he had that about 9-yard run negated earlier or the play before. The ball was on the 29-yard line.
I don't think I'm mistaken. I think that just put him over the century mark.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 31-yard run there, I believe.
Because he had 70-some-odd yards in the first half.
Yeah, he had 70-something, and KP was over 100 already. So we've got 200-yard rushers here in this game, and we're barely halfway through the third quarter.
Same formation for the Knights. Ashton Radcliffe wide left to the far side of the football field. KP going to keep it himself to the 40, 35, inside the 35, still rolling and to around the 32-yard line, pick up of 8. And that first down a few moments ago that Travion Mosley got, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, KP gets it down to the Gator 32-yard line. So, again, not having any real issues moving the ball. The offensive line kind of exerting their dominance here over these last couple of plays. And really been doing it all night. I mean, they haven't gotten pushed back at all that I've noticed. So good job. And this is going against a defensive front that is large.
Second down, 2 to go. Moving left to right are the Knights, dressed in their black jerseys, white pants. KP hands off to Travion Mosley. Mosley to the 25. That's a first down. Sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Actually, they'll mark him just shy of the 25 to the 26.
And 25.5. You were almost right there. But yeah, Travion Mosley, I mean, well over the century mark at this point. So we got, 2 guys that are having a great night, patting their stats and getting the yardage that are needed. And the offensive line just kind of clearing the way for them at this point.
Clock's now at 3:45. Scores 21-7. Knights threatening here on the 25-yard line, and Knights will have an extra 5 yards to play with.
I counted 4 defensive linemen that jumped off sides there on that hard count.
That's a penalty against the Leake Central Gators, all sides, sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. First down and 5 now. The ball is spotted just on the outside of the 20-yard line.
Always makes you feel good, right? Homecoming, bringing back all the alumni, crowning a junior high and a high school, king and queen, looking to go up by 3 scores here late in the third quarter.
KP rolling out, backpedaling and throws off to Gathings. Gathings kind of had to come back for the football, and by the time he was able to make the reception, he does make the reception, but no gain on the play. Going to bring up second down and 5.
I believe that's is that Douglas Rowe that just checked in, running back? As I'm looking at Mosley coming off the sideline there.
It's 24.
Oh, 24, not 34. So.
S.J. Cole. How many Coles do we have on this roster?
All of them.
Does a loss of one here. So second down 6. Handoff goes to that's Mosley, and probably coming back. There is a penalty. Two flags coming in. But initially it was a first down made, but they're going to be bringing this back, sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance agent. Do I need to say his name twice since there's two flags?
Why not?
All right. Thank you very much, Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance agent.
So it is going to be a hold. There's the signal, which we knew that was what
Actually,
it was going to
it's 3 flags.
be. Yeah, everybody saw that hold.
So whose eyes were on the actual play?
Ours. But that's going to bring up second down and 12 after that holding call. So the ball is moved back to the 27-yard line. The Gators' 27-yard line. It's nice and moving, trying to get back into the red zone now.
Well, the last time we had a second down and long on a penalty, or following a penalty, Travion Mosley turned out about 30 yards. Let's see if that can happen again and get the Knights another first down. Travion, no, KP going to keep it. Goes off to that far side to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, West Lauderdale. Yes.
I was going to say, I was waiting on the signal to come up.
Well, you got to get up there at the line. So the Knights extend their lead, 27-7, awaiting the extra point. KP has ran for 2 and thrown for 1. Awaiting the extra point by Zane Wood. There's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And is good. 28-7. Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. We'll be back here on Q101.
You are the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Welcome back to the Kingdom as the cheerleaders are throwing footballs. I believe those may be those footballs brought to you by Douglas Orthodontics. Football toss here at the Kingdom.
They never throw one up here to us.
You can probably hear it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we're behind a plexiglass window, but still.
28-7 in favor of the Knights. First game of the district. That ball's going to come down to the 18s, up to the 20, 25. That's Tillin Fortune out of bounds around the 30. It's the first deep kick, I believe, Zane Wood has kicked tonight.
Some of these cheerleaders have a pretty good arm. Some don't, but some do.
I say Tillin Fortune went out of bounds at the 29-yard line, so being down by 3 scores.
Again, I don't know that you abandon the run game at this point if you're Leake Central.
Got 1 minute, 53 seconds. And you got to think, though, you haven't been able to stop West Lauderdale's offense. The only time you stopped them was whenever they put the ball on the ground. Handoff goes to Ross to this near side, and Ross is tackled after about maybe a yard, 2 yards gain here. They're going to give him to the 31-yard line, so second down and 8 to come up. But you have not been able to stop West Lauderdale at all.
No, not at all. I'm like I said, the only time they have not scored a touchdown has been the opening drive where you had one play and put the ball on the ground, and then the third drive where you had a first down inside the Leake Central territory, but you aired the ball out and ended up throwing an interception. So other than the one fumble, one pick, I mean, you scored every time you've had it.
Edmonds rolling out to his right. Quarterback scrambling, and he will get taken down.
big sack there by the Knights. That's going to bring up
Sean Cole there, big number 76.
Yeah, that's going to be 3rd down and we'll say 14.
Big Sean Cole's got to show out for his brother, who's a Memphis defensive lineman. Mon Cole is out here on the sideline tonight, so it's good to see him. Memphis doing pretty good this season.
Yeah, 3rd down. We're going to call that 3rd down and 14, Lee?
Yep.
So that's a 6-yard loss because it was 2nd down and 8. So 3rd and 14 for the Leake Central Gators on their own 25-yard line.
Quarterback backpedaling. He is being flushed from the pocket for a screen pass, at least attempt to Ross. Incomplete pass. And look who's there. Big Sean Cole showing out tonight.
Yeah, dropping back into coverage on that one. Identifying the screen. And rather than falling for it, dropping back, knocking the ball away, bring out 4th down and 14.
I know what Mon's saying right now. He's got somebody right next to him. He said, I showed him that.
I believe we're actually going to see a punt, Lee.
Wow. Ball is at the 25-yard line. Looks to be that's the case.
Travion Mosley going to drop back into
first punt?
Be the return man. Yeah, first punt, either team. If it actually happens. You know, you're down by 3 scores late in the 3rd. You got to respect the possibility of a fake punt, but.
And they do have 2 guys on the outside over there. Gets rid of it.
Nice punt.
Yep. It takes a night bounce, really. He got down around the 38-yard line. So the Knights already up by 3 scores, 28-7. Will take over on their own 38. And the Knights offense, aside from the first play of the football game, has really looked outstanding. They've had to deal with an offense of Leake Central that has chewed up yardage and clock, but they've been able to I guess you could say bend, don't break, but nothing's on the scoreboard to show for all those yards and that clock.
Yeah, the Gators are going to have probably 250 give or take total yardage right now, and only having put 7 points on the board. Good job by the Knights.
And KP looking to pass, and that's Chase Gathings. 1st down at midfield. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Play action there. Good job on that deep slant pattern there by Chase Gathings to come down with the ball, bring up 1st down right there on midfield. So one play already, knocking on the door to get into Leake Central territory here.
30 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right, that's to our near side as the Knights moving left to right. Pistol formation. Mosley with the handoff. Mosley inside. I think that's going to be a face mask, Clint. I'm not 100% sure, but I did see that head turn back around.
Yeah, I didn't see a hold there, and so that's, you see motion right there. That's going to be a face mask against the Gators, so that's going to be yardage tacked on after the run. That'll bring up a 1st down.
1st down and a penalty. So there we go. Thank you, 1st down for All-Star Team Sports. Thank you to Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance agent, for that penalty sponsorship.
Just a 5-yard face mask, not a personal foul. But either way, moving the chains, 1st down on the 40-yard line, moving into Gator territory.
Same formation for the Knights. Handoff to Mosley again. Mosley comes to this near side and shoestring tackle there after about a 2-yard pickup, maybe 3.
Yeah, lost his helmet as well in the tackle. So talking about the defender, going to have to go off the field for at least one play.
Don't think they're going to get a playoff before this 3rd quarter ends. You know they will not. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Knights 28, Leake Central 7. Knights, though, on the move into Leake Central territory. Hold those 4 fingers up. Knights trying to get 1-0 in district play. We have 12 minutes remain here at the Kingdom. We'll be back after 30 seconds on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
You're listening to West Lauderdale Night Football.
West Lauderdale cheerleading. We love you, 101.
The Knights face a 2nd down and 8. 4th quarter, 28-7 in favor of the Knights. Knights fell behind early in tonight's game after a fumble on their first offensive play. However, the Knights came back roaring, 28-7 now, and want to look to add a little bit more. 12 minutes remaining. Second down and 8, moving right to left now. One receiver to this near side. Heavy formation. Ashton Ratcliffe going in motion. Handoff, though, to, I believe that is number 1, Lamarion Spencer. He gets close to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up third down, long 5, short 6.
Yeah, I think they're only going to give him credit for about a 2-yard carry before he got planted by a linebacker there.
Tell you what, I was able to go see the junior varsity. Lamarion is the starting running back for the junior varsity. All 3 teams, 7th, 8th, and junior varsity, beat Union this past week. Congratulations to them. Spencer, another carry. Spencer is going to be about a yard shy from a first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
Yeah, I think at this point you're just going to start seeing a heavy dosage on the ground, and we're going to slowly start seeing some cleaner jerseys in, like we just saw with Lamarion. And 4th down and 1 here. Obviously, they're going to go for it. Offense still on the field. Travion Mosley back in at running back.
You would probably think that this is KP territory, being 1 yard away, but you never know. High formation for the Knights, and loses the football, KP, but he picks it up, goes to this near side, gets the first down. Still turning his legs close to that 22-yard line. That's a first down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. That had trouble written all over it.
And you see that periodically from a team who almost exclusively are going to be in the shotgun situation. Anytime you get in that short yardage, you drop into a I-form, quarterback under center.
There we go. Play back Travion Mosley. Mosley inside the 20. It's about the 18-yard line. They got up to the line of scrimmage quick.
Yeah, quick play there.
About a 4-yard pickup. They bring up second down 6. 10:20 remains here in the football game.
Now to going slow.
Yeah.
KP coming over here, getting the play call in.
Ball is in between the 18 and 19-yard line. Radcliffe wide right, Gathings wide left, moving right to left. Pistol formation as Mosley's behind KP. And Mosley will get the handoff to the 15, 10-5, touchdown, West Lauderdale.
Absolutely untouched touchdown there. Great job by the O-line to clear the path. Mosley, again, nobody laid a hand on him.
34-7, and if you start to wonder about points and everything, points are looked at in division play.
I hate that rule so much, but you're right, Lee. That's one of the tiebreakers, one of the early tiebreakers.
Here's Zane Wood attempt. The kick is up and is good. Zane's been perfect on it. Well, no, he had one blocked earlier tonight. Sorry about that, but score is 35-7. 9:52 remains here in the football game. We'll be back on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. We are Q101. And on Friday nights, we turn into your West Lauderdale Knights football connection. Interception, West Lauderdale. Now, let's send it back to the field with Lee and Clint on
And welcome back here to the Kingdom. Knights kickoff down to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet around the 33, 34-yard line before being tackled.
Yeah, that was the definition of a gang tackle there. He ran about 40 yards across the field to pick up 3 yards going north and south before getting tackled by a whole mess of West Lauderdale Knights. So not a whole lot to show off of that kickoff return for the Gators, who find themselves down big in the fourth quarter, 35-7. Knights over Leake Central here.
Travion Mosley had about 75 yards during the first half, and he's more than likely had that in the third quarter or here in the early portion of the fourth quarter. Not sure what he's getting close to, but he may have him another 200-yard night before it's all said and done. Quarterback, that's Tillin Fortune. He is going to be tackled behind the line. He's still on his feet, Clint. Somehow he eludes about the entire Knights defense and gets back up to the line of scrimmage.
Again, very similar to what we saw on that kick return there. He ran hard, he ran a long time, and he got half a yard. We'll say a full yard.
Got a full yard, second down and 9. He probably ran 20 yards in a matter of just roundabout, right?
Just kept his feet turning, able to slide through tacklers before finally being brought down after the most minimal of minimal gains there with a 1-yard carry. Bring up second down and 9.
Moving left to right. And the ball's on the ground. West Lauderdale may have recovered.
I believe they did, waiting on the official signal.
We have a bunch of black jerseys saying that it's West Lauderdale football, but no official word yet. Looks like the white jersey came up with it.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up third down and long here. Okay. Third down and 13. So that'll be a 4-yard loss there on that one.
There must have been some wrestling going around
underneath
there.
Look, I've been on the bottom of those piles before, and it's man, boys become men quick down there.
35-7 in favor of the Knights. 3 receivers set, very tight formation to that far side. 1 to this near side. Edmonds looking to pass. No, that's Tillin Fortune. Fortune with an incomplete pass.
Is that his first pass attempt for them?
I think so.
Typically, whenever he drops back in as a quarterback, it's almost a guarantee going to be a run. And we kind of saw why just then.
Fourth down now, 4th down and 13. Yeah, he was being chased and was being flushed from the pocket. And might have got tugged on right as he threw. But
that ball rolled basically beyond the line of scrimmage. Are we going to have a timeout here, Lee?
It is a timeout, Leake Central. We're going to stay here in action. 35-7. Got to say congratulations to Carter Horton, a homecoming king tonight here at the Kingdom since it was homecoming. Had that during the halftime. And then Ellie Reed, senior cheerleader, is homecoming queen for the Knights tonight. So congratulations to both of them. They're going to have, I believe, a homecoming dance tomorrow night.
Are you going?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Not invited.
You're kind of creepy if you showed up, dude. You're like 60.
Hey, I used to do those. I used to DJ those homecoming dances. They had them actually here at one of the gyms.
Where
a few years
is
ago.
This one not going to be here? Off campus?
It's going to be off campus.
There you go.
All right.
You got a son in high school. You're in the know on all these.
He's actually going, too.
There we go. All right, so we're going to see our second punt of the night.
Maybe. He gets rid of it. Knights are going to take over. Ball is still rolling, taking a Leake Central bounce to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to mark it right there on the 27. So, again, good punt there.
7:56 remains here in the football game. Knights lead 35-7, and we were talking about this earlier. Points are maybe a difference maker. As you're wondering, we're seeing starters go back on the football field for the Knights. With district play here in effect, points could mean first or second place, could mean third or fourth place in the division.
And look, I get it, I understand it, but I'm never a fan of a rule that inspires running up the score.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing here because, if this is non-district, you're going to start seeing, JV and backup players come in. But, you're rewarded by running it up.
Ratcliffe with a jet sweep going to that far side to the 30-35. And
it's going to be close. I think they're going to mark him about a yard shy, though, Lee. They're going to mark him at the 36, need to get to the 37. So I believe, was that his first carry of the night?
No, he had another jet sweep earlier tonight, I believe. That's 1 yard shy of a first down. Probably will see them take the play clock down as close as possible, but we'll see.
They still got 25 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, that'd be a long time to wait, right? Second down 1, moving right to left. Pistol formation for KP and the Knights. One receiver to the right, one to the left. The handoff goes to, I believe that's Spencer. Spencer to the 45. Spencer to midfield.
Yeah, there is nothing worse as an offensive lineman if you break that huddle and you get down with 24, 23 seconds left. You're in that three-point stance and you have to sit there for 20 seconds. Start feeling the burn in your thighs. It's like snap the ball or I'll snap you.
Spencer, how about that? And he comes in, he's a freshman. Running back, spells Travion Mosley, and looks like the production is still there.
Well, and we've talked about this in the past. We've had a couple of games where we found ourselves up pretty big and able to get some varsity minutes for some of these younger guys, and this is the result. When you bring somebody in who is a JV player, young guy, but able to do well against the starting lineup here at Leake Central.
Spencer gets the call again to the 45-40. Spencer to the 35 to the 30. Ball comes free, however, and Leake Central will take over. I'll say that.
No, I think
Knights did recover. Wow.
Unable to catch the number of the guy who jumped on that ball, but what you saw there is the definition of playing to the whistle, trailing after it. You never know. So, again, a good run by Lamarion. Just unfortunately put the ball on the ground, but good job by the Knights, able to retain possession.
That'll be the last play for starting quarterback KP. Caden Peoples steps aside and lets Braylon Dixon in, who had a fantastic ball game the other night against Union. Got a receiver on each side of the field for Braylon Dixon as he'll hand off to Mosley. Mosley comes to this near side. Mosley down around the 26-yard line. First down a few moments ago, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. It'll be about a second down 4.
All right, see, let me tell you what I'm so impressed about right now. You've got a team that's up 35-7 in the fourth quarter. I mean, a game that's, you never want to say set in stone, but, it would take a pretty miraculous comeback for Leake Central to win this game. And I'm looking at Ashton Ratcliffe blocking to the whistle, away from the ball, nothing illegal, nothing cheap. To the point to where, he's almost demoralizing the guy lining up in front of him and just enjoying the game and playing hard in all situations.
Dixon, sophomore quarterback. Freshman quarterback. Shotgun formation, and Spencer to his left.
They got to take a timeout lead. The play clock ran out.
We're going to stay here. We're going to stay here in action here. But that's you look at, this is the senior year for KP, and you've seen Braylon being able to spell him. He had to go first game of the season. He had to come in for quite a bit of time against McGee. Get some valuable. We've already talked about this, but definitely when you can get a quarterback in there and get some valuable playing time, knowing that he's more than likely going to be your starting quarterback next year against starters.
Yeah, last year I believe was Caden Peoples' first year playing football, at least at the high school level, and been a pitcher for the Knights baseball team for a couple of years, and got recruited and just kind of fell into the starting position. And so last year, kind of green, they're doing a great job, toward the end of last year, and then this year, showing that leadership of somebody who's been around for a bit now.
Second down 4. Knights moving right to left. Receiver on each side of the field for Dixon. I believe that's Ratcliffe going in motion. He'll get the jet sweep to this near side to the 25, to the 20. Out of bounds around the 18-yard line. They'll say he's out of bounds just on the inside of the 20. That is a first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
First down, West Lauderdale.
5 minutes and 5 seconds remain here in the football game. Knights lead 35-7.
Man, there's some well-dressed people in the stands right now. I'm looking at a guy in a tux walking around with nachos.
Homecoming court. That's homecoming court. Dixon hands off to Spencer. Spencer's near the 15-yard line. Late flag comes in about the 14-yard line. Looked like well after the play.
Yeah, I don't know that would be holding. I'm trying to figure out what he would have called. He's pointing against Leake Central.
Personal foul.
Yeah.
Must have been something maybe said or late thrown.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Maybe there's somebody coming and picking somebody up off the pile. But that is going to be
half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, you're inside of 15 yards, so you can't give them the full 15. That'll be about a 7.5 yard. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they do.
Either way, that does come with an automatic first down.
First down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, and of course the penalty, sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Chris McDonald. S.J. Cole lines up wide right, Radcliffe wide left, Spencer to the left of Dixon. There's a snap. Braylon Dixon, quarterback keeper, and he gets hit hard. May have gotten a half a yard. Still second down and goal.
Philly, my brother graduated high school 3 years after I did. Played football, was on the offensive line. The quarterback, at least 3 or 4 times a game, would line up behind the guard rather than the center because he couldn't remember who had the ball. To the point where starting about the third game, they had to mark the guys like on his backside. They had to put a mark on his pants.
Did Brett Favre do that? I think Brett Favre did that. Same formation for the Knights. Spencer to the pistol formation. I'm sorry, Dixon in this pistol formation. Spencer directly behind Braylon Dixon. Second down and goal from about the 7.5 yard line. Spencer getting the handoff.
That's
touchdown West
right
Lauderdale. Lamarion Spencer, freshman running back for the Knights, gets on the board, 7.5 yards out. 3:44 remains, and the Knights go up by a score of 41-7. Zane Wood awaiting the snap. Radcliffe is your holder. There's a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and is good. 42-7. We'll be back after this on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Now, more play-by-play of West Lauderdale football with Lee Taylor on Q101.
Following a Lamarion Spencer 8-yard touchdown run, the Knights extend their lead to 42-7.
Yeah, we're at a point now, Lee. I think you're going to start seeing more and more clean jerseys coming out because, like I said, points do matter, but you know, at some point you have to start taking into account. You don't want to get any kind of cheap injuries on your starters, that kind of stuff.
Zane Wood, short kick. Fair catch called at the 33, 34-yard line. So we have running clock now, of course. The score 35-point difference.
42-7. But yeah, at this point, Lee, you're right. That clock is going to be running. I don't foresee a situation to where the Knights will get on offense again, or if they do, I don't see a situation where they actually, you know, do anything other than taking a knee. But you know, your Gators coming out playing for pride, playing for points. You know, if it does come down to a tie in district play, you want to try to condense that. So they're going to keep, you know, it looks like most of their starters are still on the field.
Defense, though, I'm not sure there is a starter on the football
field. Yeah, those are some very clean jerseys on defense right now. The white pants, that's the giveaway.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to this near side. And Todd Edmonds will keep the football himself. He gets hit hard at the 40, and that's one of the things you look at right there. You still got your starters on the football field, and the quarterback just got rocked pretty hard at the 45-yard or 40-yard line.
Again, you want to protect your starters as well as you can, but because of this point differential, you know, the point system in deciding things, we got a timeout. Is Edmonds banged up? Someone is.
It looks like a cramp.
I think that's an offensive lineman. Yeah.
Calf. He's still got to come out of the game. They're rubbing the calf.
Yeah, you got one offensive lineman massaging the calf of another offensive lineman.
Don't go there.
Hey, I've been there, man.
Second down and 4. Injury timeout on the field. We're going to step aside 30 seconds. Come right back here on Q101.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say it now, Lee. The last game of the season, Halloween night, we do nothing but thriller intros.
Okay, I got you.
Maybe an Elvira thrown in there.
2 receivers far side, 2 to this near side. Reception is caught at 45-yard line to the midfield to the Knight 45-yard line. So that is a first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, as it's under 2 minutes now left to play.
Oh, I got another one. The Monster
Mash. Okay.
Yeah.
42-7 is the score here at the Kingdom. It's been a pretty good homecoming night tonight. Got to say congratulations to Carter Horton as well as Ellie Reed. It's your homecoming king and queen. Edmonds hands the ball off to Israel Ross.
And how about these backup defenders for West Lauderdale coming in and just kind of doing their job and then some, Ross running for no gain there, maybe a half yard, but I don't think anything at all. He's still on the 45-yard line. So, running clock, we're at 1:12 right now. Second down and 10 for the Gators here as they're kind of taking their sweet time as well.
Second down at 10. Same formation for Edmonds and the Gators.
Down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to snap it here.
There's a snap as Edmonds back pedals to Fortune there. Fortune to the races, to the 30, to the 25, 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Tillin Fortune. That's a big play, a 45-yard touchdown pass connection to Tillin Fortune.
That's going to be the last play, Lee. The White Hats signal for the clock to keep running.
There's a flag that comes in, or maybe he might have just dropped the flag, but he drops it at the 31-yard line.
I don't think
even think he knows that he dropped the flag. There he goes.
Either way, that clock's still running, Lee. They'll go for 2 here, it looks like.
I don't know. The clock's still going. I'm not sure they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They do get the extra point no matter what.
Yeah. They're lining up to kick the extra point. Regardless, 42-13 currently. Holder is the quarterback. And that's what he's saying. He's saying that the play has got to continue. Even though the 0 is on the clock. Awaiting the snap. There's snap, hold is down, kick is up. And then it is good.
Good, yeah.
And that is the final score tonight, 42-14. And this is a game that really looked dangerous.
Yeah, because like I said, you had 40 seconds to go in the first half, and it was an 8-7 game. Knights able to make, like I said, score 2 quick touchdowns to end the first half.
And maybe the play of the game is that short kick that the Knights was able to recover right before halftime and capitalize and put it up another 7.
Absolutely, because, not only did that buy you an extra drive, that momentum, everything about that worked to your advantage. And great job by the Knights on both sides of the ball. Defense, second half, man.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Night and day difference. Very, very few yards they gave up on that last drive, notwithstanding, when you had, all your JV guys, younger guys in there. But just doing a great job of shutting them down in the second half.
42-14 is your final here. We're going to step aside for about 3 minutes, come back with the post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank as well as Family Flea Market. 42-14, it's been a happy homecoming here at the Kingdom. We'll come back and wrap up tonight's show. Coming up next here on Q101.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1124th Avenue in Meridian.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today. Located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knights football team.
Go Knights!
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
We'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
With the clock on the scoreboard reading all zeros, let's send it back out to Lee and Clint one final time for their thoughts on tonight's game and a brief preview of next week's matchup on your official post-game show, fueled by Family Flea Market, Regions Bank, and your home for West Lauderdale Knights football, Q101.
Well, once again, welcome to the post-game show, and good time to speak about a post-game show when you have a 42-14 victory. Not only does that get you 1-0 in district play, but that gets you back up to 500. A lot of things were said probably within the fans or maybe even the players. When you're down 1-3, definitely hearts, minds, actions, all that kind of stuff kind of starts to go downhill a little bit. Last 2 weeks, though, hopefully the Knights can get some of that momentum back in their favor. Getting into district play, 42-14 victory over Leake Central, gets them 1-0, gets them to 3-3 on the season. Do take a little break before getting back into district play against cross-county rival Northeast Lauderdale on the road. But I'll tell you what, this team, what impressed me the most, and that little intro said, thoughts about the game. Not only was the play of the game, I believe, it wasn't an onside kick, but the short kick recovery before the halftime. We talked about that just a few moments ago. But I think, and you alluded to it, maybe the changes were made or maybe some fires were lit on the defensive side of the football for the defense for West Lauderdale. It was a total different ball game second half with them compared to the first half. I don't think when you can have coaches
turn things, coach things, and say this is what we need to be doing, and the players respond like they did, that's a pretty good ball team.
Yeah, and what you saw here, the team, the coaches, everybody, they strategize. I mean, they start on Saturday morning, watching film and getting things ready for the next Friday night. And typically it's never going to go exactly how you think it's going to go. You have to be able to go into the locker room at halftime and make adjustments.
Right.
And we saw that to perfection tonight. Especially on the defensive side, but on both sides of the ball, but on the defensive side especially because, we talked about it, I think, before the half that, while they had a hard time punching the ball in the end zone, they turned it over on downs at the 20-yard line on the West Lauderdale 20 there deep in the second half, and then they had it first and goal on the 5 and then fumbled it into the end zone. They made a couple of mistakes themselves, but were having a lot of success moving the ball. They had almost 200 yards in the first half. I'm talking about with Leake Central, moving the ball down the field. Not a whole lot of hardships being found in that regard. And so they go into the locker room at half. West Lauderdale does and comes back with some adjustments and get held. I think I just saw to like 70-something yards on for the third and fourth quarter, and that includes a final drive that were against ninth graders, were against JV guys.
KP, another huge night on the ground. Had a passing touchdown as well to Chase Gathings. Lamarion Spencer getting in the end zone. And number 6, Travion Mosley getting in the end zone as well. Travion Mosley, 300 yards in last week's ball game?
Yeah, he
on the ground himself. And now this week, we're going to find out in a little bit how much he had, but close to probably at least 150, I would think. But what a showing the last couple of weeks have been for that duo of KP and Travion Mosley. Score here once again 42-14 as the Knights go to 1-0 in district play, 3-3 on the season. And let's bring in D.D. Cooper as he's going to give us some statistic updates. D.D., what you got?
So I got West Lauderdale.
We got to hang on just one second, D.D. Let me turn that microphone on and find the button first. There we go. Now try it again.
All right, so I got West Lauderdale with 21 first downs, and they ran the ball 36 times for 360 yards, 3 passes for 39 yards, with a total of 399 yards.
We can't find one more yard.
I was going to say, we got to find it somewhere, man.
And 2 for 2 on fourth down. And then for Leake Central, they had 20 first downs, 40 rushes for 146 yards, 16 receptions for 165 yards, and they were 3 for 5 on fourth downs.
Got to turn the page.
And for the leaders, for West Lauderdale, KP ran 11 rushes for 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. Travion Mosley, 16 rushes for 142 yards, 1 touchdown. Lamarion Spencer, 5 rushes for 45 yards, 1 touchdown. Ashton Ratcliffe, 2 rushes for 16 yards.
Wow. Almost had 2 guys with 150 yards. Maybe we subtract a few from some. No, I'm kidding.
And KP went 3 for 4 through the air for 39 yards and 1 touchdown with the 1 interception.
Yeah.
And with the receiving was Chase Gathings, 3 receptions for 39 yards and 1 touchdown.
All right, thank you very much, D.D. Is that it? You got to get some more.
Then for Leake Central on the ground, they had Ross, 19 rushes for 65 yards, Todd Edmond, 12 rushes for 54 yards, and Tylen Fortune, 8 rushes for 22 yards. And then through the air, we had Edmond, 15 for 22 for 150 yards, 1 touchdown, and then Fortune, 1 for 2 for 15 yards. Tyler Fortune, 6 receptions for 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Mr. Williamson, 3 receptions for 26 yards. Ross, 2 receptions for 15 yards. And Dario McClinton, 5 receptions for 13 yards.
Got to give credit where credit's due. Tylen Fortune, that's an athlete.
It is. One thing I want to look at, Lee, and let's just compare this right now quick.
Tylen Fortune, I'm talking about the receiver for Leake Central. Every game that we go through, there's usually an athlete, but this kid, he's special.
All right, so this is what I was talking about, Lee. I'm sitting here looking at the statistics. I'm breaking them down by first and second half.
Okay.
Rushing yards. They ended up with 146 yards on the ground. Not a bad night on the ground for a high school football team. 124 of them came in the first half. Which means they carried the ball 14 times for 22 yards. Doing the math, that is less than 2 yards a carry for the entire second half. I mean, so you talk about a team that was giving up over 5 yards a carry in the first half, and they shut it down to less than 2.
Good job, defense. Good job for the changes there made. And not only just because, I mean, you still got to play the game, so you got to give it up for the players for actually doing what was requested for them in the second half. All right, we're going to wrap things up. Once again, the clock shows 42-14 in favor of the Knights. Good job, West Lauderdale. And next week, right back here at the Kingdom against the Taylorsville
Tartars, not the Sauce, the Mongolian Warriors.
But out of district play as we welcome in the Tartars from Taylorsville.
You think we could talk Michael Oates, who was up here at the halftime? What are the odds we have fish sticks in the concession stand?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, we got to do it, man. We got to do it for one night only.
All right. Once again, this is the post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank as well as Family Flea Market. And we got to do something else, and just because we have to get some scores from around the area. Clint, I know you want to mention a particular score, as you always do.
I'm assuming there's a typo in there right now.
But I think you need to go ahead and say update the score. I mean,
all right, so as you all know, I am an alumnus of Lawrence County High School, which is a 4A school on the southern half of the state, about 2 hours away from here. Oh, no, Lee, it's not pulling up. However, they are playing Summerall, the Bobcats, right now, tonight, for their homecoming. And the last score that I saw was Lawrence County 12, Summerall 124.
Yeah, somebody got in. Somebody got in that app.
Somebody made a mistake somewhere uploading that score.
Here was a game though that is serious. Louisville and Houston. Houston had a 14 to, I believe it was 12 at halftime lead. Louisville came back roaring, 32-14. Not sure if that's a final, but that was in the fourth quarter, 32-14. Quitman all over Morton Panthers. Both the Panthers going at it, 42-7. Go ahead.
All right, so I did find it, 24-12.
All right,
so that's your final score right there. Lee, did you give the final for the for the Meridian High game?
No, I did not.
Meridian High holding on and defeating the Red Rebels of Harrison Central down on the coast. Hosting them tonight, beat them 31-17. So great job for them.
Kemper County 47, McLaurin Tigers 0. Let's see who else we have. Clarkdale and Lake in the fourth quarter. It was 27-6. Not sure if that was final, but once again, Lake over Clarkdale 27-6. Anything else?
Forest, the Bobcats, still having a really good season. They traveled to Mendenhall. We went to McGee. First game of the season. The other county school there in Simpson County, Mendenhall, hosted the Bobcats. Forest is going to hold on and win that game 13-0. That's going final. Whoa.
What?
So Newton County. No, I'm sorry. That's the Academy. I was about to say that is a big.
Oh, the Generals.
Yeah, they. Well, no, I'll go and give it to you. Newton County Academy Generals over Deer Creek, 50-22. Don't see a Newton County Cougar score here. I'd give it to you.
All right, we're going to wrap things up. Our score here, though, final here at the Kingdom. Homecoming was nice, 42-14. Once again, I'd like to say congratulations to Carter Horton as well as Ellie Reed as your 2024-25 homecoming king and homecoming queen, as the Mighty Knight Marching Band are entertaining us here at the Kingdom, as well as we head things back to the station. For Aaron pushing the video buttons, for Clint coloring the pictures, for Dee Dee doing the stats thing, and for Michael back at the station for hitting all those buttons as well. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here once again at the Kingdom. If you can't make it, we'd love to have you right here on